had it get that way. Times are a-changing. El Presidente lost his mind. Everything's upside down and that just ain't right. You don't like our country, you don't like our flag. What makes you think that we give a damn about that? There's a million pissed off rednecks just like me, and we're all sick and tired of this bullshit on TV. I guess you didn't know, but you don't mess with General Lee. If you have a right to burn my flag, then I have a right to kick your ass. You don't like our traditions, you say we've done you wrong. Why don't you pack up your bags and take your ass back home? 'Cause this is my home, and son, I'm mad as hell. I think whooping your ass is worth a couple nights in jail. There's a million pissed off rednecks just like me, and we're all sick and tired of this bullshit called PC. I guess you didn't know, but you don't mess with General Lee. If you have a right to burn my flag, then I have a right to kick your ass. To burn my flag, then I have a right to kick your ass. There's a million pissed off rednecks just like me, and we're all sick and tired of this bullshit on TV. I guess you didn't know, but you don't mess with General Lee. I have a right to burn my flag, and I have a right to kick your ass. You have a right to burn my flag, and I have a right to kick your ass.
We the Mhm.
Welcome, Silver Bell. Glad to see
How
you
are
made
y'all
it.
doing this evening? Good to see everybody. And we hope we get this thing kicked off right. And we have us a new panel member this evening, Miss Shell. Welcome, ma'am. And we hope you enjoy your stay here on the show. And you're welcome to come back anytime. Um, Tonight, we hope that Miss Elizabeth Helgeline stops by and visits with us for a little bit. She's got a little flyer for a turkey giveaway that she has. And that is going to be hopefully out there in Nevada is where she's at. And if she's not able to make it, then I'll go ahead and put the flyer up on the screen and let her. Where is that? Where's that TV coming from? Who's got a TV on or the open mic that's causing the TV?
I am so sorry, Gator. I am having
That's okay,
some
honey.
serious technical difficulties. That's what
That's
took me
okay,
so
honey.
long, and I forgot to mute my
Gotcha.
TV. I apologize.
That's okay, sweetheart. No problems. No problems. I don't think anybody's looking for too terribly limited professionalism just yet. We're young. We're just getting started. Shit happens. That's why we have that little warning, explicit language right there, because sometimes shit happens. But we're going to go over some videos tonight like we usually do and have a little conversation about them. And yes, they're fucked up like they usually are. Of course, we're going to get some input from one of our representatives that is running for Florida's Congress. No, not Florida's, like Florida's Congress, state Congress. He is running for, actually, if I'm not mistaken, it's been a while since I've seen you, Mr. Mike. You're running for the 11th Congressional District. Is that not correct, sir?
Yes, sir, that is correct. It's your mama's district.
That's right. That's my mama's district. So he better be damn careful. But don't mind the blackness down there. He's being careful, and he is hands free. By the way, Florida does still allow hands free driving, so he's all docked out down there like that because he's driving home. He is still a good old blue collar grassroots working man. So that's why Patriots United endorses this gentleman right here, and he's on board here tonight to tell us about a new PAC that has just developed to counteract that APAC bullshit that's in Congress right now. And I'm excited to hear a lot more about it. And he's here they're actually endorsing him as well. And him and one of our other endorsed candidates out of Florida, who's going against that big fat fuck, Randy Fine. And hopefully we'll get his humongous ass out of office. He's in Florida's 6th district, which is actually right next door to no, he's up there in he's just south of Jax, isn't he?
So District 6 is one of the biggest in the state. It goes from St. Augustine down to Mount Dora.
Yeah.
Over to Ocala,
Yeah. He's
and
just
the
south of
whole coastline, that area.
Yeah, he's just south of Jacksonville. Us Floridians, we refer to it as Jax because there's a lot of naval presence there, and then there's NAS, Naval Air Station, Jax. That's why we call it Jax. Anyway, yeah. But yep. So them two, which we as Patriots United have endorsed from the jump, are being endorsed by this new PAC that's coming out. So we're really excited to hear about that. So he's going to tell us all about that. And we're going to discuss pretty much whatever people want to discuss. I'm going to catch these here in the comments section real quick and welcome them here. and then I will quickly slide over to my lovely co-host who's still hiding behind her avatar. I guess I'm the only brave one here that likes to show out and show up. You know, I am one pretty motherfucker. I do know that. But Cass, good to see you, sir. Tammy, good to see you, honey. It's been a long time. And Cass is tearing it up. Let's see what he's got to say. He's right, sir. America, we do need to fight back against some corrupt government, and there is there's a whole government of it up there that's corrupt. You'd be hard pressed to find some of them up there that ain't. Yeah, I've seen you put that out there before, there, Mr. Cass, that Greg Abbott has ties to the World Economic Forum. If you can, sir, provide us a little evidence to that. We'd appreciate that. I'm not calling you out, calling you anything, but you know, I'm a receipts related and receipts based kind of guy. So you provide me with some of those so I could put that out on this here podcast. I'd be more than happy to do that and back you up with that. I'm not shocked to see that. I just would like some proof, sir. I'm a proof based person. And you got you a fan out there, Miss Sel? Or
Yes,
Shell?
sir.
Yeah. Buck
Yes,
Starter
that would be-
112.
That would be Buck. Hello, Buck.
Yeah. There she is, just in time for me to pass it over to her. You look like you've been. Well, I'm not going to tell you what you look like, but you look. If I weren't being so professional right now, I would say you look like you've been having a little fun. But I can tell by that look right there. That look is shut the fuck up, Gator. That's what that look is.
Yes, it is.
Am I close? Am I close?
Very much so. I can't get
Okay.
logged off of everything. It's crazy. I couldn't get on X. I couldn't get on here. I was ready to take my laptop and fling it. So I'm a little frazzled.
Okay. Well, we're here to have some fun and relax and just bitch about the government. How about that? That'll help you.
Okay.
That'll help you unwind and relax.
Yes.
So I'm going to pass it over to you, ma'am. And for those of you that can't fucking read, her handle is Silverbell. That's my Brooklyn guardian angel right there, because she is an angel. Hell, just look, she's an angel. So without any further ado, Miss Silverbell, the floor is yours, ma'am. Do you think?
I'm glad to be here. It took me a little time, but I'm here. And I'm looking forward to another podcast.
I had to take a drink. But you know what? Just looking at you, ma'am, it was worth the wait. It was worth the wait.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And behind the scenes, running the show somewhat, but I still love him, is our producer, Mr. Bruno. He can step out and take a bow for a quick second. I'm sure he's got a second to do that. There he is. There's Mr. Bruno. He's back there hanging out, getting
Hello,
all of our
everybody.
shit together for us.
So I took my bow.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate that.
I'm going to remove myself again so that I can handle things in the background. And Natalie, you're welcome to join us. We see you in the comments
Yep,
section.
and Miss Natalie.
Come on
Yep,
in.
Miss Natalie, I did send you a link to come backstage already if you wish to, ma'am. And Bruno, if you could cast, it looks like sent that proof I requested. He sent it in a website form. So I asked, and now we shall receive. So now that we have done that, we will go to our newest little panel member down there, for as long as she wants to come up to each show, she is more than welcome to do so. That's a long lost friend of mine who damn near didn't recognize me last night when I snuck into her X space. And just for anyone's, FYI, to anyone that is on X, has an X handle, and you go into a space and you see that she is either the host or the co-host, I'm gonna give you a little piece of advice. If you've got a microphone and you have your hand up, that's all you need. That's all you need. Don't sit there with that little wavy hand and keep going like this. With that wavy hand, you keep going like that. You will have it explained to you exactly how much that pisses her the fuck off. Okay? You don't need that wavy hand. You don't need to be doing that in front of your little avatar all the time. No, that's not how it works in her spaces. Okay? That's just a little piece of friendly advice. I highly recommend you take it. And with that being said, the lovely Miss Shell, she may or may not come out from her shell and show the world who she really is, but that's her choice. But I'm going to pass it to her and let her tell a little bit about herself.
I wasn't quite prepared for this. Tim had canceled for tonight, so I didn't get ready.
That's fine, honey. That's fine. You do you, honey.
But as far as the spaces go, I like the more structured. I just don't like when, people are disruptive, because it really takes away from the conversation. And I don't like losing the value of a conversation. That's why I do that.
Oh, hey, and also about her spaces, they are very well run, and they are very structured, and they're very informative as well. So if you are on X and you are floating around in the middle of the night, I highly recommend that you attend one. You might just fucking learn something. She's very good. She's very good at what she does, and she's been doing it for a very long time. So I highly recommend it.
Well, thank you, Gator. I really appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome, ma'am. Me platform is Sue platform. I share everybody's stuff. There's no point in not doing that. I mean, we're all in this fight together. That's how I look at it, anyhow.
I would hope so, sir.
Absolutely. And she's got, the font's kind of small, but she's got her handle down there. What does it say? Hey, if you can read her handle there, Bruno, run a little banner across there for a little bit so people can pick up her handle. Follow her so you can pick up her spaces. That's kind of her thing on X, is she's a space host. That way people can track her down and attend her spaces and pick up what she's putting down out there. Appreciate that, brother. But as far as tonight goes, there's a lot of things that have been going on. Not only in I'm going to use the dreaded air quotes, not only in the MAGA movement, but just in the conservative side of the house, country, whatever, alone. It's just, a lot of people just ain't catching on. They are not noticing. There's just too much bullshit going on out there. One of the biggest things I've picked up on is we have a platform out there in the form of X, because that's the only place I can notice, because that's the only place I care to stay. I couldn't stomach the rest of the shit. But at least on X, I can speak for it. There's a lot of people out there that I can personally attest to that were my friends. And I am using the past tense, so I know exactly what words I am speaking. So Y'all can freak the fuck out about that if you want to. I don't care because I know exactly what I'm saying. But there's people out there that were my friends. We used to DM back and forth. We used to, you know, carry on conversations. And we had about the same amount of followers, and then they got up about double the size of mine. Not that I give a shit about the amount of followers. That's not the point. I would prefer to have quality over quantity. But all of a sudden they get to where they get, you know, 20,000, 30,000, 80,000. Now they're at 500,000, and they suddenly begin to think their shit don't stink. And it's like, hey, look at me. I am X. And there's not just one, there's a shitload of them out there. And let's not beat around the bush about it. You fuckers got there because you rode Trump's coattails to get there. You got infamous or famous. I'm infamous. Y'all got famous because you rode Trump's coattails to get there. You were all on Trump's dick. And you still are. If anybody questions the government in a negative way because we want answers, or we don't like what's being said, or we don't quite agree with something that was done or a policy that was suggested, if we question our government, you prima donna fucks get all upset and start calling us names. Now, who exactly does that sound like? I don't know. I'm going to give these ladies a guess at who they think that sounds like. Whoever would like to go first. Who do you think that sounds like? Miss Shell? Oh, okay. Go ahead, Miss Silverbell. Who do you think that sounds like to you?
There's a few of them, so, but she could go.
No, you go ahead, ma'am.
Well, I agree. There's a few of them. But I'll tell you a few who have really big accounts that are very open-minded about, you know, their criticism, and they're not scared. And one is the disrespected trucker, and you know, he's got over 500,000, almost 600,000 followers, but he speaks his mind, and he's right on the money most of the time. And you can agree to disagree, and he's good with that. But, you know, there's a lot of issues with our government, and he doesn't mind talking about it, I promise you. There's a few that got famous for things that you say. But, you know, if you look at their interactions now, it's not the greatest. I also have, of course, you know, one that has over 1 million followers. That would be Tim Young. And he'll speak about it too. He's not scared. If there's he's not riding anybody's dick, that's for damn sure. And, you know, he's very outspoken. All right. So, you know, and not only that, you know, he talks to all of them. He consults Congress. He does so many different things. So his view is not that lockstep view either. And I appreciate that about him. Now, I really don't want to just openly say who I think that is. And I'll tell you why, because I am branded, and, you know, I do have a lot of them on my shows. But one controversial one now seems to be one that I had recently on my show, Dinesh D'Souza. He's sure speaking out about some different things that I never expected. Although I like him very much. You know, maybe he's getting outside of that comfort zone now. Maybe he's getting outside of that, you know, tunnel vision to purview of that lockstep Trump group, that if you know, question anything, you're out of the herd, right? You can appreciate that. So, you know, there's my view of some of them on X.
Miss Silverbell, you had a view.
Well, I kind of agree with that. And to me, it makes no difference how big they get and how much money they get. I'm going to just do what I do, and I'll go with what I think, not by anyone else's opinion. I have my own, and to me, it makes no difference what they're pushing out there. And they have an agenda too, and it's usually the almighty dollar.
That's it.
That's my
That's it.
opinion.
Mike, you can jump in here if you want, or if you're in a safe place to do so. I don't know if you've gotten home from driving yet or not, sir.
Yeah, sure. I was just letting the ladies get their thoughts out there first.
What a
Look,
Southern gentleman.
It's how we do it in Florida, man.
That's it, brother.
I think that for all the influencers that we see, these big accounts, there's an equal number of politicians as well who only have notoriety, who only won their races because of their association with Trump, or even the perceived association. All you had to do was say, I'm more MAGA than this guy. And in some of these red districts, that was a shoo-in. So speaking of riding coattails, it is almost an institutional problem at this point. There was a period of time where all you had to do was, copy some of the mannerisms of Trump, and you had a bunch of frauds. There's a bunch of frauds who tried to copy his style, and that's just not who they are. And it's really easy to tell who they are because it comes off as so fraudulent. There's a bunch of people out there who they think that Trump just cracked the code and he found this magical potion, right? And it doesn't work for them because it's fake. It's not real. It's not real. There's a bunch of frauds out there, and it's not just the politicians. It's not just the big accounts. There's a bunch of them out there. That's what I think.
Right. Yeah. Now I just want to clarify where I was coming from. I agree completely with the two ladies and what Shell was saying. There are some very, very large accounts out there that stayed based and stayed with the people that brought them there. They didn't coattail ride. It was actually their values and the people around them and their values that built them to the spot that they're at. And they still remain just as based and valued now as they were when they got their very first follower. Now, there are those very, very large accounts out there that are the same person. Never changed, never wavered, never looked back. The only time they would look back was to make sure that everybody that was helping them was still there and that they didn't leave anybody behind. Now, those people I have mad respect for. And I still follow some people like that. Even though they may not follow me back, that's fine. That's why I still continue to follow them and hadn't hit the unfollow. The ones I'm talking about, and people, I'm just going to say it because I'm like Shell. Well, no, I'm not, because I just as soon called some bitches out. But for purposes of not making anybody feel uncomfortable on this here stage, I won't do that. But they know who they are, and we don't have to worry about it because they won't stoop to my lowly little level and even bother watching this, because that's just how prima donna they are. They feel I'm below them, even though I probably know at least half of them. But that's okay. They'll get theirs in the end. Like, there's many of them out there right now, and you can find one of them post about it, and the rest of them are in the thread crying about how their visibility has dropped. Well, welcome to the fucking club, big guy.
Yeah.
Somebody like us that may have 5,000 to 10,000 followers, you would think that you would get more than 10 likes in a whole fucking day, but you don't. That's shadow banned. That's throttled. But you know what? We deal with it. We don't bitch about it. We just keep pushing forward. We keep screaming to the top of our lungs what our values are, what we stand for, and who we push, and who we are standing behind, and we just keep pushing forward
Hey,
without
Gator.
bitching about it, without crying about the shit, because that's what true Americans do. We stand up, we get knocked down, we get the fuck back up, dust ourselves off, and we keep pushing forward. We don't fucking cry about it.
That's right.
But there's a shitload of them out there that all of a sudden they're not the number one motherfucker in the country no more. And it's like, what the hell happened? I'm being so shadow banned. I'm being so fucking throttled.
Well, I feel like
Fucking suck it up, Buttercup.
yeah, some of these guys I see on X that post that, it's like they're doing it almost every day, and I think that they're just
Yes, they are. They're doing it every day. And then the ones that are fucking crying along with them, going, I understand, man. Mine is doing that same way. And it's comment after comment after comment after comment. And God bless them motherfuckers that get inside them comments and inside that thread and say the same thing I'm saying right now, but they type it out. They're telling them, fuck you. You didn't have shit to do with me on your way to the top. Don't wave at me on your way back down, because I sure as fuck ain't gonna try to reach out and grab you.
You should try being me sometimes. You know how many people I have dragged up with me, and they just
And then they shit on you on their way past you, didn't they?
Yep, they sure did. Not Drax.
Yes, ma'am.
Though. Drax is in our chat. I don't know if you're familiar with Drax, but you know, if you could send him a
hey,
link,
Drax.
if you could send him a link, that would be, or if he could use my link, I'll send it to him. But I mean, there would be.
Oh, it works. Send it to him. It works.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And,
Send it to him.
Buckster is also a very good commentator, and can talk well on these things. If you don't mind them joining, they're kind of my crew, and we call out a lot of bullshit together.
Hey, I'm good. I can put up to 12 people on this motherfucker. I don't care.
Copy that.
What do you think? What do you think, Silver Bell? You down? I can't. You're muted, babe. You are frazzled as shit, ain't you?
I'm telling you, I had a day and a half, Gator. I apologize again.
That's okay, babe. Just relax.
I have absolutely no problem with it. The more, the merrier. No problem.
That's all right, baby. Yeah, you know this is teamwork. I ain't gonna do nothing unless you agree with it.
I have no issue with it.
You got my permission. Go for it.
Yep.
Oh shit, we are good now. The man behind the curtain has said so.
The wizard.
The wizard has said so. The wizard of this fucked up show has said so. Yeah, go ahead, honey. Send it to him. We welcome folks.
Hey, Gator, I just had my wife come up to the door shining a flashlight in my face. I told her 5 minutes. You want me to
okay.
Some of these things we got going on?
Yes, please. Yes, please. So if everybody would just do a quick favor and just take a quick listen to what Mike's got to say about this new pack that's going opposite AIPAC. Go for it, sir. The floor is yours.
Yeah, so I just recently got endorsed by a new political action committee called AZAPAC. And, you know, before anyone says, oh, you're anti-Semitic, that's not what it's about. It's not about hating anybody. It's not about anything like that. It is about restoring American representation. Really, at the basis of it all, what we believe is that the American people deserve representation more than a foreign government does. And right now, it is about Israel. AIPAC is the largest lobbying group in the U.S. And, you know, whatever you think about all of that, I know that everybody has their own opinions. What it really boils down to is that they have more representatives than the American people do in Congress. So we're fighting against that, fighting against the spread of that, and we are an alternative to people who are tired of the bullshit. You know, there's no strings attached. On my end there, what we're doing is we're just trying to restore sovereignty, and that really is what it boils down to. Um, so on top of that,
We do have that video, by the way. I did strip that video out of your message you sent me, so we can play it for the people, if you would like.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to make one more announcement for the people in Florida.
Sure.
We're going to be me and two other congressional candidates, as well as a gubernatorial candidate, Mr. James Fishback, Aaron Baker, who's part of this group, and
Mm-hmm.
Marcus Carter. The four of us will be sharing a stage up in Gainesville at the University of Florida on December 4th. We're going to be a town hall with the UF College Republicans. So we can drop a link in here somewhere. I think I sent that to you, Gator, and RSV in the area. Want to get in front of
I
us?
have one question for you, sir.
Absolutely.
Why are you just now telling me of this?
I sent it to you, Gator.
When?
I sent it to you today.
Jay, that's what I'm saying. You're just now telling me of this. Do you not know where I live?
I know right where you live. That's why I sent it to you.
Yes, but you're telling me about it today.
The
Today.
announcement came out 2 days.
You're fucking killing me, Smalls. I live. Oh, you're killing me.
Hey, Mike,
Hey,
please.
just in case y'all want to understand what the hell's going on here, this asshole sends the founder of one of his first or so endorsing organizations the flyer for this at the University of Florida today, and it's in like a week and a half.
Yeah, that's when the announcement came out, was today, Gator.
Yeah, I live less than 45 fucking minutes from exactly where he will be standing for this damn thing.
Then you have no.
He couldn't tell me. I ain't worried about the announcement, Corey. He couldn't tell me he was planning this or something. He couldn't give a brother a heads up where maybe I could have helped him. No. That's okay. That's okay, man. I still love you, dude. I still love you.
Can Mike send me a copy of that too? To my.
Yeah, because he lives the exact same distance, but the other side.
Okay.
God damn.
Yeah, I can send that to you, sir.
I appreciate it.
I RSVP'd, man, but I didn't get a confirmation or anything. If you can check on that for me.
Yeah.
I've already tested streaming from other live streams and all that, and through this the podcast platform. So if you send me there when they're gonna do that, and I can hook it up and set up a podcast for December 4th, and we can stream it live from here as well, and we can discuss it. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
That we'll get that discussion going after the show.
Yep.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
Hey, listen, this all came together, really in the last 3 days.
Okay. I love you, man. I do. And don't let your wife blind you with that damn flashlight.
She already did. I'm still in the box.
Well, at least you're still talking. That means that you're still breathing, and she hasn't killed you, because we would hate to still be endorsing a dead candidate.
Yeah.
That'd be a little suspicious. We're not Democrats here.
Yeah.
Mr. Mike, what are you running for here in Florida again?
I'm running for Congress in Florida's 11th congressional district.
Ah, okay. And what is the major city there?
So the major city
Orlando.
is Fairmont, but that's the most populous. But we also are home to the Village.
Okay. So you're
that's right.
Here.
Yeah, that's right. You're just outside of Orlando, ain't you?
Yep. So I mean, but there's some suburbs of Orlando. There's Windermere, there's Dr. Phillips, Ocoee and Apopka, Winter Garden. Those are part of the greater Orlando area.
Hey, Mike, who is Marcus running against?
Marcus is running against Darren Soto. who, after this redistricting happens, he's projected to be the only Democrat district left in the state of Florida.
We need someone to primary Maxwell Frost down there in Orlando, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
I know
Miss Shell.
there are some.
I'm
people
sorry,
that
fellas.
are, but I don't know too much about them. I'll have to dig into the FEC filings and then the state of Florida stuff to see exactly who they are, because I met one of them at the Red Florida dinner at the Rosen in Orlando back in August, but we didn't exchange information. And kind of got caught up in the crap.
Okay. I want to get this video before we get too far off track, and then I'm going to get. I got a question for Shell, and I'd like to welcome Drax to the stage. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you.
So let's get this. How do y'all say this name now? Because I was going with Azapac, but you know, I don't know. How does the founder of that thing there say it?
I think it's Azapac.
Azapac. I was close. Azapac. So we'll go ahead and play that video real quick. So while it's fresh in the conversation before we get too far away from it, because Corey does like to change the subject real quick.
The United States of America did not begin with a revolution against tyranny, only to serve a foreign nation state. But the fact is, our government acts like the servant of another. The United States of America did not begin with a revolution against tyranny, only to serve a foreign nation state. But the fact is, our government acts like the servant of another country. That other country is, of course, the State of Israel. That's not policy. That's a national disgrace. I'm Michael Rechtenwald, founder of the Anti-Zionist America Political Action Committee, or AZAPAC. Let's cut to the chase, shall we? The U.S. government has been hijacked by forces loyal to Israel. Does Congress represent us? No. With rare exceptions, they work for Israel. These aren't your elected reps, they're puppets. And their strings are pulled by donors loyal to the modern nation state of Israel. This isn't an alliance, it's extortion. While we're scraping by, eggs at $6 a dozen, rent or mortgage devouring our paychecks, our leaders have funneled over $21 billion to Israel in 2 years, not counting the cost of U.S. engagements in the region at Israel's behest. The total cost to U.S. taxpayers in service of Israel is an estimated $33 billion since October 7th, 2023. That's on top of the $3.8 billion sent Israel every year. Billions that could fix our roads. Billions that could fund our schools. Billions that could house our veterans. Billions that could ease your burden. But no, they fund endless Israeli aggression instead. Israel, the largest recipient of U.S. aid in history. Israel, the country that bombed the USS Liberty. Israel, the country using our weapons to mass murder innocents. 20,000 children to be exact. Gaza ripped off the mask. We all watched the live-streamed horrors. The money extorted from us funds crimes against humanity, what genocide scholars and dozens of humanitarian organizations call a genocide. This blind allegiance, this veto on our national sovereignty, this denial of reality must end. We've had more than enough. AZAPAC isn't here to beg. We're here to evict. We're backing warriors who spit in the face of this cabal. Jose Vega in New York, confronting the uniparty machine. He's challenging AIPAC darling Richie Torres. Mike Wilnaugh in Florida, an America-only patriot challenging Daniel Webster, a fossilized incumbent who serves everyone but the American people. Aaron Baker, also in Florida, He rejects AIPAC bribes and demands an end to the foreign aid grift. He's challenging the biggest Zionist of them all, Randy Fine.
Tucker Carlson is the most dangerous anti-Semite in America.
ASAPAC isn't a protest, it's a reclamation. America isn't a vassal state. We're no one's colony. We're not supposed to be an ATM and munitions depot for Israel. If you're done with the fear, done with our politicians taking bribes, done with being smeared with the anti-Semitic label just because you want your country back, then ASAPAC is your army. Head to azapac.com. That's AZA-PAC.com right now. Donate, volunteer, amplify, join the fight. Because we're not pleading for our country back, we're taking it.
Very nice.
There you go, boys and girls. And thank you for providing that to me, Mike. I appreciate that. I'm going to hold on to that in our archive of videos so I can use it for later on and probably put it out some more and see what we can do about getting that gentleman in that pack some more members. And I'm hoping that depending on how the members of Patriots United lean whichever direction they lean, we would like to get involved with that as well. But like I said, that's going to depend on whichever way our members go. I have always given each and every member a voice. That's always been my policy. So I'm going to do that still. I may join myself personally, but I'd like to partner up with them as an organization. But I will let you know after I find out what my people say. But so since we just played that, I guess we have. Yep, we lost Mike. Mama got him, but that's all right. She was trying to shine a light in his eyes. She was showing him the light. At least she didn't show it to him the hard way. So I guess we'll go ahead and just go around the horn there real quick, and we'll start with ladies first, anyhow. But so we'll go with Miss Silverbell. What did you think about that, ma'am?
Well, I believe I told you earlier, I feel that he's got a lot of very valid points. You know, there's a lot of truth to what he was saying, so I can't sit there and say other, and I would be interested in learning more.
They gave us the website, so I don't know if Bruno was still back there or not to catch it. So we can throw that across the bottom of the screen if people want to find out more about it. I think it was aza-pac.com, I believe it was. And I'm sure Bruno can throw that across there. And then, of course, you see Shell's handle down there. If you want to catch her spaces, don't forget to do that. She runs a tight ship, but you will get a lot of information and you will enjoy her spaces. So don't forget to go check her out as well. And speaking of Miss Shell, what did you think about that, ma'am?
I'm kind of with Silverbell. There's some valid points. You know, I've questioned some of those things myself. It's very volatile subject, isn't it? You've got some pretty, you know, hard, you know, side choosing there. But, you know, I'd have to go to scripture on that one, to be honest with you. You know, a lot of people's arguments will be that Israel is God's chosen people. You can't go against Israel, right? But they never read the rest of the story, because in Revelations 2:9, it also says that God says he will crush the fake Jews beneath his feet and call them the synagogue of Satan. So we are dealing with elements here that a lot of people may not understand, but all I know is, if that's the case, and he had to say it in the Book of Revelations, we may have some problems there.
Well, that's very true. That's very true, and you're right. And if we want, it's on the lines of Scripture. You also have to remember as well that the Israel that is there now is not the Israel of the Bible.
Israel was a person to begin with.
Correct. So that Israel that they have there is a man-made entity from 1948, backed by the Zionist Jews, aka the Rothschilds, and was built by said same. So that's two different things.
Well,
They're
personally,
just
I'd like
using
to
Scripture
say
to validate their presence.
they use it
Everything
to
that they're doing
leverage.
is man-made,
They
ma'am.
use it to leverage their presence.
Correct.
I mean, let's just say it.
Yeah,
It
that's what they're
stands
doing.
to reason, that Palestine and Israel have been battling it out for 5,000 years. Palestine's mentioned in the Old Testament. So, what business does America have in any of that? I wish that we could all just get America first taken care of, financed, our veterans taken care of, and worry about our soil here and not about all the
Amen.
world's problems. I'm tired of policing the world. I'm tired of having it, take my tax dollars. There's information that we have that Israel, say a pregnant woman gets all her prenatal care for free, right? Once she has a child, she gets paid $600. We don't get those benefits here in America, but they're American tax dollars that are supporting that in Israel. That bothers me.
Right. Yeah. That's why
There's
you
some
don't get it
things
here.
that, right. There's some things that I question. Now, I'll never question God, period.
No.
His
No.
plan is perfect, and there's nothing to question there. But I do keep my eye on it. But I really honestly wish that we've had patriots, warriors, war fighters that have died or bled for this country. And Israel is spoken of more than they are. I don't like that. I don't like there's 1% of this country, 1% that serve this country in the armed forces, and they're ignored. And the VA system is wrecked. And we can't get anybody to fix it financially to take care of and support our veterans. And yet we sent $33 billion to Israel.
Hmm.
Since when? Or any country. It wouldn't even have to be Israel. I'd still have the issue, right? If we sent it to Russia or we sent, look what we sent to Ukraine.
Well, yeah, well, I was just fixing to say that. We can take the word Israel out and put the word Ukraine in. It's the same thing. So people that are going to bash on me or whoever and call me an anti-Semite, well, to that, first of all, I can tell them to go fuck themselves because I really don't care what they say about me. I'm going to speak my mind, especially if I've got documents and receipts to prove it. But you can take out Israel and put in Ukraine, Uganda, Nicaragua, just stick another country in there. We send money to all over the damn world. So it's not just Israel. It's just the fact that Israel owns 96% of our Congress in the form of AIPAC and has a pretty good hold on our president, I would have to say. I mean, come on, let's not beat around the bush about it, because Bibi Netanyahu has spent more time in the White House than half of Trump's cabinet. So, I mean, we can see this. We notice things. We're not stupid people. There are stupid people among us, But for the most part, we're not stupid people. We see shit. But you got those cult acting sons of bitches out there. And yes, I said it. That refuse to see facts when they smack them right in the damn face. You can hand them a piece of paper that's been certified by every certifiable being on the planet, and they'll read it and go, no, that didn't happen. Now, that kind of stupid you just can't fix. Drax, let's hear from you, sir. We haven't heard from you yet. So go ahead, sir.
Nice to meet you. Yeah. On the video? Oh, yeah. The APEC.
Well, the video or anything else you got to say?
Well, the video you played. I mean, the group, yeah. I mean, they are lobbyists. They don't have members, of course, but they're about a 173 on the power ranking of a lobbying, too. So when you look down at the group there, I agree fully that maybe we don't want to, give Israel a bunch of money. I agree there. But I also think there's a concerted effort in this country afoot to destroy Israel. And they want to destroy Israel. I think there's a big concerted effort for that. When you look at this group, they've given far more money to the left, even Mondami in New York. So you got to.
Oh, AIPAC.
Yeah, he's back. So I
don't agree.
I don't agree.
Oh, AIPAC.
Yeah, AIPAC.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't agree.
It's kind of hard to keep these two separated.
Yeah, I mean, but because when you start looking at where their funding's going, more of it's to the left than it is the right.
Yes,
and that concerns me. But I do agree fully. I mean, about not giving any more money to Israel. We need to focus on things right here at home.
Oh, yes, sir.
Most of the Jewish residents here in the United States of America, Jewish citizens here in the United States of America, give money to the left and vote for the left, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where is that balance coming from? There is no balance here. There's something definitely a little off about that. And I got to agree with, Drax. I mean, AIPAC is way down on the list of lobbyists. And how much influence do they actually have? What concerns me is there's an AIPAC's handler for every member of the Senate. Did you know that?
Yes, I did. Why do you think I said they have 96% of our Congress currently covered? That will be 100 senators and almost all but 13 at last count of representatives. So that pretty much averages out to 96% of Congress. Because you do know Congress is the Senate and the House. I'm quite sure you at least know that. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, that's about 96% of our Congress AIPAC has control of. And so I won't say total control, but they have influence over in a very large monetary way. So I'm not sure what he's meaning about how low they rank. I mean, they can rank right dead last because they like it that way. Because people like Drax is not going to pay him a second bit of mind like he does it right now. But they hold a whole lot more sway than he thinks.
How much? You said there's an AIPAC person in every Senate office?
Each one has their own little handler. Yes, sir. Even your girl Shell right there tell you the same damn thing.
Where do we find that information at?
You can find that right there with the FEC and who donated to them.
Yep. But there's a lot of handlers. Now, it's not just Israel. It's you got to think about it. When Biden was in the administration, right, when he was president and he was in the White House, how many times more than anyone else did he have Zelensky there, right?
Sure.
Exactly.
So everybody's working this in different ways, but I still just want to get back to America first. I really do. I
don't care.
want that so bad.
Exactly. Miss Silverbell, you were going to say something. I've seen it.
I completely agree with her. And all this money and all these handlers, and this should not be. They are
No.
supposed to work for we the people. What happened to that? We're the ones that vote them in. We're the ones that get them to where they need to be. So where is their loyalty if they're being handled and funded by someone other than us?
Look, Silverbell, that's
They're
a
loyal to
fantastic
the
point. And
almighty
look,
dollar.
if you think about it, how many of them have dual citizenship?
Well,
With
yeah,
A
we've
shitload.
spoken about that in
where
the
is their
past, and that's
loyalty?
absurd.
And
I
they're
mean,
making laws for us on behalf of other countries. Look at Ilhan Omar. All right,
she shouldn't even be where she
she
is.
shouldn't.
Boot
No,
her
but
out. Get her out.
they'll praise. She'll praise her president in Somalia before she'll ever praise anything in the United States of America. And she's our lawmaker. All right, for us, we've
Yeah.
got some dangerous
That's a
things
problem.
happening.
That's a huge problem in my eyes. I mean, I'm you know how I've been feeling lately, Gator. You know I'm
Yes,
on
ma'am.
edge. I do live in New York City, that is, not just in the state, but I am in the city of New York, and I am beyond pissed off, annoyed
Yeah.
that I was out and about yesterday, today. I don't recognize where I was born and raised. This is unbelievable. It is unbelievable that I have lived in the same neighborhood my whole entire life, and I don't know where the fuck I am anymore. What is going on where we're losing everything? That's just not fair. And I'm tired of hearing, oh, well, this one has needs and that one has needs. That's all good and dandy. First, take care of at home, and then you worry about everybody else. Let's worry about us first. Screw everybody else.
Agreed.
I'm not just talking about Israel. I'm talking about
No.
any other place that is not in the United States of America. I don't give a shit about. I really don't.
Exactly. That's
I
what
don't
I'm
want
getting at.
foreigners being here, taking up my area, and I have to feel like I'm out of place. No, you came here. You should feel out of place, not me. You. And it's not
Yeah,
working
you
out.
should assimilate to here, not the other way around.
Exactly. And it's not happening that way. It happened that way when my family legally immigrated here, but it's certainly not happening now.
Right. And, you know, it sounds like it's just Israel, Israel, Israel right now. That's just because the mask has been pulled off and the truth is coming to light now. But last year or so, it was Ukraine. Nobody gave two shits about what Israel was doing. Everybody was focused on Ukraine. Now, nobody talks about Ukraine anymore because all this evidence and all the truth about Israel has come to light. But it doesn't get Ukraine off the hook. They're both just as bad about the thing. It's just these people out there are not free or are not critical thinkers like the folks on this here panel, so they can't focus on more than one thing at a time. So right now they're fucking blindered, focused on Israel. Now wait till the next fucking thing pops its head up, and then they'll go and focus on it. They'll forget all about Israel, and then Ukraine will be way in the rearview mirror, and then Ukraine will go right back to doing that underhanded, dirty shit in complete obscurity, like they were doing before, and nobody will even remember they're there. That's how this shit continues in a cycle.
They better start focusing on us because Buck is right. The Muslims will be our downfall.
Yeah,
they will. They're here.
Oh yeah,
we're not,
exactly.
We're not. You know, we're complaining a little bit about them. You know, we might have another, critical failure with an attack from them from within. But their plans aren't just for one place in America. It's going to be all over, all at once.
Yeah.
And then how are we going to react? Because we haven't been paying attention, right?
Yeah, it's going to be 9/11 on speed when they go off.
Well, see, now there's another thing. everybody tends to forget the whole details of 9/11. It wasn't all a Muslim attack. And if you haven't went and read the documents that were declassified, then you really should do that before getting into a 9/11 discussion.
Yeah, I'd like to chime in right quick, Gator, if that's possible.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I have a buddy who has more than one Jewish family member that worked in the Twin Towers. They were told not to come to work on 9/11. All of them were warned not to come to work on 9/11.
And if I can just interrupt, he's absolutely correct, because I've heard that in the past from others. And obviously, you know, I'm a lifelong New Yorker. I was here. I was there when it all took place. And as you know, I'm extremely sensitive about it. And I'm tired of not knowing the freaking truth. I'm tired of not knowing exactly what happened. A lot of good men and women died that way, that day, I should say. And they all deserve, and their family all deserve to know the freaking truth. Once and for all, it'd be nice to know the complete truth from start to beginning, exactly what happened. Almost 3,000 people died that day. People were jumping out of windows. Jumping out of a window at the 50th floor was a better option than what was going on in those buildings. What does that tell you? I'm tired. I really, Gator, you know, I'm like at my wit's end lately. So
Yeah, I think we'll leave this subject alone for.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yes. No. Yeah. That.
I apologize.
This is no. You're right. But you're right. You're right. But you're all right. I should respect you for that. And yeah, we won't talk about that anymore.
No, we can talk about it. I forgive me that I get overly.
You get however you need to get, honey. You do it. You do you. No, you don't need to help it. You're a native New Yorker. You were there when this shit happened. You get however you need to get. And if anybody gets upset with you getting how you need to get, fuck them. They can get themselves somewhere else.
But on
they
top
can get
of
themselves
it
somewhere
all,
else, and I don't give a damn.
After all this is said and done, look at what we have going on currently with Mamdani. I am so mind blown. It's not even funny. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Hey, Silver Bell.
Yes.
Question about the Mamdani thing. I recently saw that 2 of his first 3 appointments were Palestinian activists. Do you know if that's true or not? I haven't been able to look it up.
I know one for sure because it was all over the place. Not only is he he's got some serious issues with gay people, amongst other people. And I just, again, I don't comprehend what is going on here in New York. I don't know who these people were that voted for him, but they're certainly not people I know. And I've lived here my whole life.
All right. What kind of video you got for us back there, Mr. Bruno? Find us one while we continue talking, and we can change the subject up a little bit. But
sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
You know, I want to ask you: have you noticed the little Susie Wiles stuff going on? I mean, you know, we hadn't really heard about her lately, and then all of a sudden, it's an explosion.
Susie Wiles.
You know who that is, Brad?
Honestly, I don't even know who she is.
Susie Wiles is bad news.
She's President Trump's chief of staff.
Yeah, Susie Wiles is bad news. She's beholden to True Leave and all that. That's why Byron Donalds got that endorsement and everything. Susie Wiles is running Florida politics and she's running DC. It's really bad news.
Well, I know one thing. If she's got anything to do with how Trump's made his little bit of turnaround and kind of sort of been heading the wrong direction in some of his choices in the last here of late, then yeah, she's definitely bad news because
She is very
he's
much
definitely got
responsible
some.
for a lot of that, Gator. I'm just letting you know she's
Yeah,
very much
he's
responsible
definitely
for a
got
lot
some
of
bad advisors around him because he's not acting like the Trump that I remember. Definitely not acting like the one I voted for. I mean, he's still my president. I will still support him. But some of his actions here recently are beginning to be just a little bit questionable. You know, which
Well, I
kind of got me
guarantee you,
going.
Susie Wiles is the gatekeeper. Nobody gets to Trump except through her. That's it. She is that tight-handed on his office. That office door is opened by her and closed by her. If you get my drift.
Got you. Understood. Look, oh, okay. You looks like you got you
is
you
in
got
the
you
Middle
one
East
there,
right
Bruno.
now. He's speaking to the Israeli
I'll go
Knesset.
ahead
I'm just
and
going
bring
to
it
play
up for
this
you.
clip. Trump is in.
Damn dog.
Trump is in the Middle East right now. He's speaking to the Israeli Knesset. I'm just going to play this clip. This is actually quite shocking.
I kept my promise and officially recognized the capital of Israel and moved the American embassy to Jerusalem. Isn't that right, Miriam?
He promised to recognize Jerusalem and to move the embassy to Jerusalem. Promise kept.
Miriam and Sheldon would come into the office. I think they had more trips to the White House than anybody else I can think of. Look at her sitting there so innocently. She got 60 billion in the bank, 60 billion. But they were very responsible for so much, including getting me thinking about Golan Heights, which is probably one of the greatest things to ever happen.
Golan Heights, that was a big gift. He promised Golan Heights, and he recognized.
So I'm going to get her in trouble with this, but I actually asked her once. I said, so Miriam, I know you love Israel. What do you love more, the United States or Israel? She refused to answer. That might mean Israel. We love you. Thank you, darling, for being here. That's a great honor. Great honor. She's a wonderful woman.
What? Excuse me? I'm sorry, you are the President of the United States of America. Miriam Adelson is supposedly an American citizen, and he's sitting there as the President of the United States saying that her and her husband visited the White House more than anyone. And when asked who she's loyal to, she refused to answer. And he's cheering that on. He's praising it, saying, we love you. You're so great. It's an honor. You're an honor. I mean, are you kidding me? This is what Americans are fed up with. This is over the top. This is too much. This is treason. The President of the United States is admitting that he allowed traitors in the White House more often than anyone else. People advocating for the benefit of a foreign country. He allowed traitors into the White House over and over and over again, knowing that this is the way they are, saying that they're responsible for the Golan Heights, that they're responsible for him moving the embassy to Jerusalem. He's admitting that they are influencing American foreign policy, traitors in the White House. And you know what that makes Donald Trump? That makes him a traitor.
Strong words.
They are very strong words, but I kind of, if you watch his actions and him pointing to them and the words of, I did it, but they came in, he's telling off on them, right? I feel like he's telling off on that. I feel like he's pointing them out to say, okay, but it's kind of temporary for right now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he let the world know something they shouldn't have known because he needed to. I don't know. That's just my take on it.
Yeah. That is one way of looking at that for sure. I mean, I don't know who that lady was. What was that lady's name? Bruno, that did the interview? because she certainly had a different take on it. But I mean, either way, I mean, you could take it either way for sure.
You know, it was President Trump himself who said sunlight was the best disinfectant, correct?
Right,
You know,
correct.
and if he wanted to politically ruin and wreck his America First agenda and his own slogan, "Make America Great Again," "Make America Great Again," why would he bring that up at the Knesset?
Well, that's true, but we got that one clip about the pardon when he was at the Knesset. Bring that one up. I think it was in the same speech it's on that same day. And I want to know why he would say this. If he can find it pretty quick. I'm pretty sure he'll find it real quick. But there are a few questionable things. And when you said bringing things, sunlight is there you go, embassy. That's
is in the Middle East right now. He's speaking to the Israeli Knesset. I'm just going to play this. Trump is in the Middle East right now. He's speaking to the Israeli Knesset. I'm just going to play this clip. This is actually quite shocking.
I kept my promise and officially recognized the capital of Israel and moved the American embassy to Jerusalem. Isn't that right, Miriam?
He promised
that's the same one.
To recognize Jerusalem and to move the embassy to Jerusalem. Promise kept.
Miriam and Sheldon would come into the office.
Oh,
I think they had
we have
more
another
trips to
one.
the White House.
He'll find it.
Oh, we lost Rex.
Either we lost him or he got bored. Sometimes people get bored. But, this isn't like a regular old space because, we do hold discussions. And sometimes the discussion stays on the same topic for quite a bit. And we do that for the audience. So if they have something to say or if they want to hear more on the subject, they are allowed to hear more on the subject. It's a little bit different than the space, wouldn't you say? I mean, you're the space lady.
Yes, it's much different.
But you spoke of bringing things into the light, sunlight being the best disinfectant. Now, with that in mind, wouldn't what Marjorie Taylor Greene is doing be considered the same thing?
In a way, the only thing that I dislike is the enrichment that she's experienced in the recent past. And that's insider trading, right?
Well, yes,
that's wrong. But everybody, when you get the focus away from something, there's an agenda. I'm sorry. You got to know what's happening in the background. You got to know the whole story. The fact that he, withdrew his nomination of her or his endorsement and won't with a warmonger like Lindsey Graham, as you heard me say last night, was, shocking to me. But there's something behind it. You just can't take all of this at face value all the time. And a lot of people, they really want to do that. They want to get that emotional, reaction going. And instead, I kind of like to watch and see how they're moving after this, little explosive revelation. And then try to maybe discern what might be happening in the background. Elon and Trump, same thing, right? And Elon still supports Trump and all of these other things. You kind of wonder what's driving MTG right now. I'd like to know. But yes, if she's bringing the focus into something else that needs to be, looked at, you can't blame her. Yeah, I can't.
Well, I've done some research into what it is. Also done some research into the insider trading allegations. And as far as I kept digging and digging and digging, there were never any. I mean, even the Congressional Ethics Committee and all of the congressional people that do investigations never found anything, nor were there any formal charges brought, nor has she been, besides accused by the other people that are always doing the accusations, both on the left and the right. They're both getting accused of it.
Yeah, but Allie
So
Hopper
she
brought
was
that
never.
information last night. And
Huh?
Allie Hopper brought that information last night, and she found it. So maybe we should check with her and see where she found that
Maybe we should,
and check it out.
because I would like to see the document that she found, because nowhere else could I find documents that she was found guilty of any such a thing. So you prove to me that she's guilty of it, I'll be more than happy to change my opinion. But until then, my opinion will stay the same.
I'll see if
But
Allie has it, and I'll forward it to you.
thank you, ma'am. I would greatly appreciate that. That would help straighten me out, and I could use some straightening out sometimes.
Can't we all?
But as far as what she's trying to do or what she's looking for or whatever, well, our producer don't always pop out on stage unless he's got something important to say.
Yeah, I do. I couldn't find the video. I put that in the private chat part. And that one I brought up was labeled two different titles. It was apparently uploaded twice, one with one,
Okay.
and one with another. And that's probably where the
I'll
mess
have
up
to
is.
find it. It's in there somewhere, because it's in there. It's when he was talking about pardons, but I'll find it. It's there.
Yeah,
Um,
and
Okay.
So what else you want brought up?
I don't know. You can find something, because before I lose my train of thought, I'd like to finish it.
Go ahead.
But yes, MTG, what she is doing is she is simply pointing out the fact that even in his press interview, straight up said that he's bringing in talent from outside of the United States, because he doesn't feel that. Well, we're going to hear what her bill is about. But President Trump straight up said he doesn't feel that Americans can pick up the work and do it. Basically, that if anybody looks at that, even with half a brain, is like he's calling us fucking too stupid to do the job. So he's going to bring in foreigners. He's going to bring in foreigners on an H-1B visa, which, yes, they'll still have to pay the money for it, it's only $100,000, which I know for us broke motherfuckers, that's a lot of money. But as far as the country goes, that's just a fucking piss drop in the bucket.
Yeah,
so
and the problem too, Gator, with that is that we are the ones that train those guys. So him saying, you know what I mean, that we can't do the work, we're the ones that trained them to build the shit originally.
You did it to me again. I hate it when you do that to me, Corey. Roll the clip.
Dear fellow Americans, I'm introducing a bill to completely eliminate the H-1B visa program, which has been riddled with fraud and abuse and has been displacing American workers for decades. There will only be one exemption in my bill, and it will allow for a $10,000 per year cap on visas issued to medical professionals like doctors and nurses who provide life-saving care to Americans. However, even this $10,000 per year cap will be phased out over 10 years to allow us time to build our own pipeline of American doctors and physicians. My bill will also restore the original intent of the visa, for it to be temporary. These visas were intended to fulfill a specialty occupational need at a given time. People should not be allowed to come and live here forever. We thank them for their expertise, but we also wish them well so they may return to their home country. My bill will take away the pathway to citizenship, forcing visa holders to return home when their visa expires. In order to build our pipeline of American doctors and medical professionals, my bill will also prohibit Medicare-funded residency programs from admitting non-citizen medical students into their programs. Just last year alone, there were over 9,000 doctors in the U.S. who graduated from medical school but were left without a residency placement. Meanwhile, in 2023 alone, there were over 5,000 foreign-born doctors who received residency spots. This is entirely unfair, and it's America last. My bill will help mitigate the shortage of doctors and nurses in our country, the shortage that we face, while at the same time serve as an off-ramp from our reliance on foreign workers by allowing us time to fill our residency programs with American doctors. Now, this will completely end the H-1B visa program in all other sectors in the job force and in the workforce. This is America first. It's time to put American citizens first instead of foreigners first. And this has gone on, and this has been an abuse for far too long. Americans deserve a future, they deserve a chance, and I believe Americans are the most talented people in the world, the most creative, and I want them to have their American dream. Thank you.
May I? She's not wrong. Why are we getting people from the outside to take on jobs that we know there are plenty of American citizens that can do those jobs? I can't say that she's wrong on that note.
Well, that's the point I was getting at. Is, you know, she's bringing what, I mean, she's got a good point. She's putting America first, and that's what we all have put our people in place for.
We've already lost so many jobs to outside of this country. I know that I can't think of the name of the company that insures all the New York City workers. I just can't think of the company name. They were originally based here in New York, and when I say they did away with every single job, and it's now overseas and has everybody who works for the city of New York that has that insurance company, which I cannot for the life of me think of the name of it. Forgive me. It'll come to me. Just got to think. But every person's information is now overseas in wherever they're housed, India, whatever. That's insane to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this because I had a friend who worked for them for 20-something years and lost her job.
Yeah, but I'll do that after.
Right. Seems we lost our guests.
Yeah, I noticed.
That's okay. Apparently, the topic was it was too much, I suppose. And I guess I will give a public apology now for Mr. Corey, because apparently he thinks I talk too much.
Well, you're the host, so aren't you supposed to talk?
Yeah, but apparently I talk over top of everybody all the time, all through the show. So if I do that, I'm sorry to everybody out there. If I've ever interrupted you, my apologies, sincerely. I do try to interact and make the show go. I mean, it's kind of what a podcast is. But I do sincerely apologize to anyone that's ever been on. If I've ever interrupted you, it's a lot easier to interact with people when I can actually see your faces. Although that's not an excuse, but it is a lot easier. But I do apologize if I've ever offended anyone by interrupting you or walking over top of you or what have you. But in the reverse of that, I do get tired of getting interrupted while I'm right in the middle of a sentence all the time. But that's okay. I look at it this way. It was inevitable. So back to our regularly scheduled programming. I hope I have not interrupted or offended either one of you two. I would sure hate to lose any one of you two.
Yeah.
I try to be respectful as I can.
Yeah. I wanted to, before you got too far on your roll, I want to add something in on that, because some of what you said you did not need to say because somebody else was also wrong. I caught it from behind stage because, and I hear everything too, even while I'm backstage. And somebody came in and talked over somebody, and they didn't have somebody could see them raise their hand. They just interjected to talk, right in on top of matter of fact, it was you. And somebody else, two of you, and then he just came right in, and that's what we're trying to avoid. All right. And
I realize
I just saw let you know that's what I saw. And if I'm wrong, correct me, but I don't think I'm wrong. Go ahead.
No. I do realize this is a podcast and we're doing our best to get our feet off the ground to do this in the best way we can. And, took us a little while to get things in order. I found the co-host that fits in perfectly. Thank you, ma'am, for accepting this role. We got the producer that is just shit, but he does the best he can.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
I'm sorry, dude. I had to. No, I left. I'm sorry. I left
how would you like
tomorrow? The best.
How would you like tomorrow not work for you?
I left the word out. I left the word out. I left the word "the" out. I mean, he is the shit. I skipped the word. I got my teeth. They're not been fitting right, so I get tongue tied sometimes.
I'll take that excuse.
No, Bruno is the fucking bomb, though, y'all. I say that all the time, and I do, honest to God, mean it. Bruno can figure out some shit. I promise you, he can. He can.
But if you really felt that of me, I was gonna say, well,
you know better than that. Don't start getting literal like other people we know.
No,
Good Lord, don't do that.
You do know what's coming up tomorrow, right?
Yes.
You want that to work 100%, right?
Yeah. Don't threaten me, man. I don't take well with threats.
I'm just saying. You know.
Do I gotta break this up? Do I gotta mail you both a box of tissues?
Oh Lord, she'll do it too.
But
yeah, we're trying to get this podcast running as best we can. We're just like those big podcasters out there, which there's some good ones out there. We're just trying to get started. That's all we're trying to do, and we appreciate the people that are listening. And we hope you like what you see, and we're going to get better. We're going to get more professional.
But we're not.
But this is what you got right now.
We're not going to get rid of the humor. We got to have humor.
No, got to have humor. Laughter is the best medicine, I think.
Yeah, got to have it.
What? Yeah.
And you have to have.
And, we'll get a format going eventually. We're just winging it. We're just flying by the seat of our britches. And I think it works pretty well. We'll get some sort of a format to it.
Okay, you really
Maybe.
need to repeat that for me, Gator. What are we doing? We're going by what? Out the seat of our what?
Our britches.
Our what?
I'm sorry. Let me translate for the Yankee. Our pants.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. But
I'm picking on you now.
oh, I know. But it didn't take us long to figure out that this isn't like a regular old X space where it's just voices with our little avatars and shit, so you can raise your little hand. We know there's no hands involved in this. It's just kind of common courtesy trying to figure out that we're just carrying on a conversation, and it is a lot easier to do it, when you're face to face. And I picked up easily that, Miss Silverbell was trying to say something, and she kept trying to say something and kept getting cut off. That's why I just, as the host, just stepped in and pretty much stomped on everybody and said, Miss Silverbell, do you have something to say? Now, if I pissed the other ones off because of it, fuck them. My co-host was trying to speak, and she got cut off like 4 fucking times. Well, I'm taking care of my girl who is taking care of me, and I'm gonna let her speak. It's that damn simple. Because I would expect her to cover for me if need be. Like I just cut her off just then. So I'm gonna shut up now.
Gator, I got thick skin. I could care less, really. You know this. I
know that, but it's not the point, though.
I know. But you know what? For the most part, whoever can't handle it, then so be it. You don't want to be here, don't. It's that fucking simple. Just saying, We've had other people here and it meshed well. Sometimes it just doesn't mesh. It happens.
Stated very well. On with the show?
Yes, sir.
On with the show.
What videos you got for me next?
Well, we were talking about MTG, and Miss Alicia just joined us at the bottom down there. She says that she is on Marjorie Taylor Greene on this. Or she is with her on this. I'm sorry. I'm still dealing with the butt hurt boy. Well, I got told that. Well, I told Joe everything I just got told. And of course, that was a blame as well for why candidates aren't showing up. I guess he knows that. I don't know. Because you want discussions, but I won't let anybody speak. So I simply told him, peace out.
Girl Scout.
That's it.
Well, I do agree with some of the things that Marjorie there did have to say. I feel like you do, Gator. I am tired of it's about everything else. It's about everyone else. It's about other countries. It's about anything else but us, the American people. I'm tired of it. I truly am sick and tired of it. I'm tired of, it should, what is that old saying? Charity starts at home. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Where is that at? We have our own homeless population. We have homeless veterans, which I personally think is disgusting. And what does that say about us as a country where we have men and women who fought for our rights, my rights, and they're homeless? I can't accept that. I don't want to accept that.
No. And see, that's part of my problem. Whenever I notice something and you know me well enough by now. If I notice something, I don't care which side of the aisle it's on. If it looks wrong to me, or I have a question about it, or I question it, I'm going to question it very loudly because I don't agree with it. And, you know, like I have been saying here recently, that's not what I voted for. I didn't vote for that. I voted for things to be done here, which I have been noticing recently that were promised that are not being delivered. Maybe he does have an extended period plan. You know, he does have 3 more years. That is true. But there are some things that were started at his very fucking day one onset, and we're midway through, just past midway through of the 11th month of the year. So when are we going to see some results from the shit that was started?
I can't disagree.
I mean, people have been asking, you know, we'll talk about the Epstein files or lack thereof or whatever. Just Epstein, we'll just say Epstein, because we don't know what's real and what's not anymore at this point. They've been asking for some closure or even results. Maybe not so much closure, but some results, some forward momentum, some forward movement on it. And we go ahead.
Yeah, to add to your point there, Trump has even come out and told the Republicans to get the shit out. It's, you know, and he also made the comment, well, why in the hell, when the Democrats had control back in during, you know, the Biden era, didn't they release it? You know, we know what it is.
But he's also made, yes, but he's also made comments along the lines of, are we still talking about this guy? And another comment to the tune of, well, it's a hoax.
Yeah.
So which side of this bullshit are we supposed to believe? Mm-hmm. One sounds like he's on board with getting it out. The other side sounds like, okay, he's covering it up. Yeah. So which is it? Which fucking tongue Trump do we believe?
Well, I kind of
the blue-eyed one or the brown-eyed one?
I want to believe the one where he says, "Get the shit out, do it, get it out." That's the one I want to believe. Okay.
I do as well. And that's my very point. The same point he made is they had the shit for 4 years when Sleepy Joe ain't worth the fuck Biden was in office, and the auto pen did his job for him. Mm-hmm. They had it that whole time, and the uniparty rhinos had a hold of it during Trump's first term in office, where they impeached him twice.
Yep.
So, and then they had it while they were indicting him for eating a ham sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they could have pulled this shit out at any point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they have yet to do it. Now all of a sudden, they're screaming for it like the world is coming to a damn end. Mm-hmm. And it has to be done. They're making up fucking emails and redacting just bullshit and claiming it's this, which we all know that's bullshit.
Right.
Because they're just making shit up now. So if that's the case, if they are screaming and screaming and screaming for them to be released, then why did they block the unanimous consent to bring it to the floor that day? Why did they block the the discharge petition. Why are they blocking it from coming out? If they're screaming it has to be released.
Yeah.
Shit ain't adding up.
Yeah. Politics.
So that leaves the people going, what the fuck? And the government does that to us on everything, not just Epstein, not just 9/11, not just JFK, every fucking thing.
Yeah, constantly.
Well,
Just for an
So
example.
at some point, the people, we the people, have to say enough is enough and start clawing our country back and saying, okay, you sons of bitches ain't done nothing but lie to us since you took office, especially you old bastards, because you've been in there 30, 40 years. So you've got a track record of lying to our asses.
Well, I'm going to make a statement with you. I'm going to make a statement and comment on why. Okay.
Go ahead.
Now, I'm going to join the AZA pack because the guy covered a lot of good things in there. Now, and I'm also going to say, and anybody can call me, disagree with me, but that because I say right. But even being a member of that does not make you anti-Semitic. It does not make you. And this people are going to throw that, and that's what they do. They're doing it for all these influencers. They're doing it for a reason. Okay, you can be for the Israeli people, but you don't have to be for their corrupt government like we have our corrupt government. Okay,
exactly.
People need to wake up to that. All right, and this has to be etched in to the minds of a lot of people because they're just don't be afraid to say that you're against the Israeli government for how they've got their control over us, and don't be afraid to put it out there. But also make them understand that you are for the Israeli people, but not their government. So that doesn't make you anti-Semitic. Okay, I don't want to be a Zionist. I don't want to be a Zionist because you have, like I said, they have those 12 different sections, and I don't want to be thrown into the one that's bad. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, to me, they're all bad, but I don't want to be thrown into any one of them.
Yeah, me neither. Because so I stay away from that. And I'm not Jewish, but I do believe the true Jewish people have a right to exist.
Yeah,
and
I do as well.
And so that's the way I was raised up, and
right.
I knew there was bad things about Israel years ago,
Yeah.
even in the 70s, 80s, 90s. I mean, they've always been some issues going on there that's involved us.
Yeah, they really started to show their colors in the 90s, and then it just grew from there.
Yeah.
When BB came on the stage, that's when the face mask started to slip off. And then that's when people started going.
You and I grew up through that. We saw it. Okay, when the internet and all this stuff, I grew into it. As stuff came along, I was there at that time when it started up. It was easy for me to apprehend it. And
I came along right shortly after you, actually.
Yeah.
I was only 10 short years behind you.
Right. So you were picking up that stuff. Castan is joining us. And well,
I got him. Go ahead. Go ahead with what you were saying. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was only 10 short years behind you.
Right.
That's not even a generation.
That's right.
And so I'm like you. I grew up when there wasn't and Silver Bell's the same way. She's in our age groupish.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
We grew up. I know, right? She looks like she should be one of our daughters.
Yeah.
But
to me, she looks like she's in her young 30s. I'll be honest.
I wish.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, I've told her that. I have told her that, and she told me to stop it. So I figured before I pissed off the Italian anymore, I would just stop it.
I wish.
Hey,
I mean, I'm not, but I wish.
But see, we all three were the same way. That's why I've always said Gen X, and there's other Gen Xers out there that agree that Gen X is the baddest fucking generation on the planet. Because we had to deal with, we were survivalists by age 5.
Yeah. Yes, we were.
We could build shelters. We could build shelters, catch and cook, catch, clean, and cook our own food.
Yep.
And all that shit before we were double digits age old.
Right.
Except what we called that shit was playing. That was us out playing and building forts. That's what at least that's what we called them. We were out building forts. But nowadays,
where I was from.
right. But nowadays they call that shit survival skills.
Yep.
And and motherfuckers are writing books about it and shit. How to build a shelter. Motherfucker, I built that when I was a kid. We called it a fort. and now you're calling it a survival skill, a survival shelter. And you got to have this procedure, these kind of knots and shit, how to build it. Right. No, you don't need all that shit. Just lean it up this way, and if you wedge them together this way, they'll stay. They'll stay real good. I've built forts out in some of the woods I lived in when I was a kid. That shit, them motherfuckers are still standing through all these hurricanes.
That's right. Yep.
Because we just went out there and that's what we did as kids, to have fun. Because there wasn't nothing else to do. And who knows? Sometimes when you ran away from home because you didn't want to get your ass whooped, you ran to your fort.
Yeah. Back then, you did not have internet. Some of us didn't have TVs or anything.
You had 3 channels.
Yeah.
And if you're lucky, you got that UHF channel. If you held your tongue just right when you wiggled that motherfucker. You had to wiggle it just a little bit. But yeah, that's if you were lucky. And I'm telling you what, boy, we were shitting in high cotton when we got that damn antenna that we could fold up and go above the house. And then Daddy was able to rig up a damn north, south, east, west little son of a bitch on that motherfucker. We could auto twist it. Woo, we didn't have to go outside and twist the pole. Boy, howdy. We were rich white trash then.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been through the struggles.
Well, this new generation of people that are coming up, it's just, I don't know how they're going to survive.
I don't either. But see, that's what we were getting to, and you're absolutely right on that point, is we saw the shit coming because most times we got it from that special little channel that you had to hold your mouth just right to get to come in. And we would catch the news that was like not local. And you would pick up them Senate broadcasts and shit. And you would see that lying motherfucker in Senate giving his testimonies and shit. And you're like, what is this motherfucker talking about? And then a year or so later, you'd catch him giving that same damn speech about another country. And whatever president we had at the time doing the same stupid shit, sending our money. But, I can say that now like I knew what the fuck was going on. I was like 12. I didn't understand what was going on. I can look at it now. I can look back and go, yeah, I saw that then. I didn't. It took me a while to recognize what the hell it was. But I caught on at an early age of what this stupid bastard was doing. But who's going to listen to a fucking early teens? Nobody. They're going to go, dude, go back out and play. Go ride your bike somewhere. A long ways. And I better see you when the streetlights come on. That was it.
Yeah.
But like Bruno said, we saw the shit live when it happened. So these fuckers today, most of them are just having to go through the archives to find it and say, well, I can't find it, so it didn't happen. Yes, it did. I watched it.
That's when they rewrite the history. So they actually remove some of the important archives that actually tell the truth, and they revise it so to meet their goal of what they want to.
And what's sad is some of those fuckers out there that are crying about their large account not getting attention anymore. Some of those people are the same age as we are and actually saw this shit too, but are failing to acknowledge that fact. They're failing to say, yeah, what these guys out there are saying is true. They're almost like cultists.
Yeah.
They have actually became what we hated.
Yeah.
Money does some funny shit, don't it?
Oh,
yes, it does. Yes, it does. Once they made their first million, it was like, shit, fuck them people. They're not even monetized. How dare they? They don't even have their blue check mark. How dare they? You know what, dude? I have my blue check mark so I can write long posts.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I have the damn thing. Is so I can write a 4,000 word post if I fucking want to cuss you out. So I don't have to write it in a whole bunch of 280 word fucking posts. I don't have to write a whole chain of posts just to cuss you out. I can write it in all 4,000 fucking characters.
Well, I can use emojis. Some of these emojis are amazing.
Yeah. Oh shit! There I go drinking on camera again. Sorry, Bruno.
I made that boo boo too. I caught myself afterwards.
Now, my question is, how many of you guys used to have to do the antenna with the aluminum foil to get stations? Remember the aluminum foil?
Yeah.
I told you, yeah. We had that before we got that special one that Daddy leaned up against the house. They had that big triangle looking thing. We got that aerial antenna. That's what that thing was called. We got that aerial antenna. That's when we were really shitting in hot cotton then. What you got pulled up for us there, buddy? That looks like
you were
Stephen
there.
A.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. Yep, you were there 4 years.
Yeah. Shall we go ahead and play it now?
Yes, sir. Let's do the thing.
Gentlemen, keep in mind that the Epstein files were in existence and free to have been opened during the Biden administration. Keep in mind that the Epstein files were in existence and free to have been opened during the Biden administration. You were there for 4 years. How come you didn't open it as a Democratic Party then? What am I missing? I'm not saying I know. It's a legitimate question. Maybe I don't remember the answer. Maybe my extraordinary producers should be able to help me during the commercial break. But from my understanding, the same files that were open or being open now with the 220 pages of documents or whatever it is, with various emails, that could have been done when Biden was in office. Well, why didn't you do it? If it's so important now. What were the Democrats doing at that particular moment in time? See? This is the kind of stuff that smells. Because my attitude is just deducing how much they despise Trump is if there was some real bona fide dirt on him, since you went after him with the 34 felony convictions, which essentially was deduced to him paying hush money to Stormy Daniels, a porn star, just so she wouldn't reveal their happenings with one another leading up to the election in 2016. Okay? If you had something like that you were willing to parade him through the streets with, of course, if you had something on him about Epstein, you'd have let it go earlier to make sure he didn't become the 47th president. That's just my thinking from a logical perspective. But what do I know?
He's right.
Yep.
I say that all the time.
Absolutely.
If they had anything on Trump with that Epstein, it would have been out a long, long time ago. Let's be real.
That's right.
They had to make
Here's
up.
the thing. Trump didn't do anything wrong. Meanwhile, all this shit is happening across America. America needs to wake the fuck up and realize the wokeness that is going on in this country. The mainstream media will tell you all about the Epstein files, but meanwhile, they won't tell you about the fucking wokeness that is going on in this country. Silver Belt, I feel really, really sorry for you that New York had to vote for stupid Mandami. He can fuck himself.
Yeah, I feel sorry for myself too. I forgot my camera was off.
No, that's okay, hon.
Had a rough day today.
I've been there.
I know he's not in office yet, so that's probably the only thing that hasn't set me off the deep end, but it's coming. You know, like the NYPD with the showing the female officers how to wear a hijab. Nearly.
Oh yeah, you liked that, did you?
Oh yeah, that I really enjoyed that one.
I thought you would. That's why I sent it to you. But right there, Stephen A. had he had. I think that's what he cut there. I don't know. He had a point. I mean, like we were saying, why would why wouldn't they have released it earlier? Just like we were talking about earlier. But they had something on the man. Why not release it?
They would have.
So that's why I'm thinking, and I'll stand by what I said, is, there's no longer a there. It's just not, because it's been buried up somewhere by the people that pulled the shit off, which is Mossad and the CIA, and there's no denying the fact that Mossad is involved. Epstein was quite clearly as an Israeli agent. That's proven. So that probably leads into why our government is as corrupt and controlled and bought out as it is, because all of that's tied in there, which is probably a good reason why both sides have been playing around with the files and not wanting anything released about Epstein, is because both sides are so fucking corrupt and controlled and hemmed up by that one person, which is, if he wasn't the main player above Israel, meaning that it's the other way around, that Israel and the United States work for him. There's nobody ever considered that. And that what Natalie calls the global elite death cult cabal, if he wasn't maybe one of the members of that, or the real short distance between them to him to all the other people that he had there, his little grubby fingers in, then he was the linchpin between Israel and all the people he had his little fucking fingers in. Meaning he was controlled by Israel, who in turn, he controlled all the people that Israel wanted to control, including us.
Well, there's a lot of people controlling a lot of things.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you just work. You can work up. There's just Epstein is a central figure. You just got to figure out where he falls in to do the lynchpinning. He's either going to be lynchpinning below Israel, meaning that puts Israel in charge of a lot of shit, which personally, that's where I believe he falls in. But that's just my own opinion. And then you could put him above Israel to where he's lynchpinning for, again, Miss Natalie's. I'm going to get it right where I can just flow it right off the tongue like she does. But her global elite death cult cabal, and that would be just a very short link between them, him, to all the people they want to control, which Israel, I'm still saying, would be high up on that ladder before the others, because they're some dirty bastards. Now, remember, people, I'm talking about the government of Israel, not the common people. Remember, we're talking governments here, not the common folks like you and I. Talking about the governments. I want to clear that up. But
why aren't the Democrats interviewing other people then? Come on. There's nothing to see here with the Epstein files. All of this is just blanket to really what is going on in this country. President Trump did not do anything wrong at all. They should interview Prince Andrew and all these people. All these people are so corrupt.
they're all corrupt. All of them.
Yeah.
Including our beloved President Trump. He's got a few little skeletons in his closet somewhere. I'm not saying he's corrupt. Let me rephrase that. He's not corrupt, but he's got a few things that he probably don't want anybody to talk about. Not while he's where he's at. Because you can go look at the donors to his campaigns. AIPAC's right up there. He's taken, I think, was it 230 something million from them? So he's an AIPAC recipient. So he's not squeaky clean like he perceives to be, or he perceives to be. So let's not play stupid. We're not stupid people. I've said that before on the show, earlier in the show. We're not stupid people. So we all got skeletons from somewhere. I've got so fucking many. I got an extra house on some other property I own just to keep all my skeletons. They especially like Halloween because they can get out and stretch a leg. So if you got them, suck it up. Own them. Own them motherfuckers. You earned them. Own them. Because you can't hide them. They will come out eventually. They might not come out till you're dead and gone, but they will come out. I don't give a damn if your name is Netanyahu, Trump, Rothschild, or Kennedy. They're gonna come out. One day. It may be 500 years from now. They'll come out. So ain't no sense in trying to hide them. You're a more honorable person if you just fucking own them. Fess up.
They're not gonna.
No, they're not.
I know.
Which therein lies the honor. There is none. There is no honor amongst thieves.
Nope.
Not at all.
Well, you must have said whatever it was you were saying right on target, because Natalie said, good job, Gator.
Yes, man. Good. Hey, how you doing, Miss Natalie? You want to come on board? You're more than welcome to. And thank you, ma'am, for that. But yes, that's what that, and that's just my thoughts on the Epstein, whatever, files, documents, flight logs, whatever. Name them what you wish. But that's just both sides are covering them up. Both sides are hiding them. Both sides have modified them since Epstein went to jail. I mean, he was in jail for a reason. They found him guilty for a reason. Ghislaine is still there. Why? Why is she still? Why? If there's nothing, if there's no there, then why is she still there?
Yeah. True.
If there was nothing to be found, if there's nothing there, why is she still doing time? Even if it is in a minimum security prison now, where she's getting all these perks and shit, it doesn't matter. It's still a prison. Why is she still there? There's a reason for that.
She didn't keep her nose clean.
Nope. Well, technically, he didn't either. He was coked up.
Yeah.
But hey, you, I guess you can't prosecute a dead man.
No, not now.
Ain't that right, Hillary? So that's my viewpoint, mine and mine only. Unless they want to agree, they're more than happy to if they wish. But that's how I view this Epstein debacle bullshit.
I can actually agree with that.
Is they just
Natalie, I agreed with him again.
is neither side wants it to really come out. They're just fucking showing out. The Democrats are they're just showing out. It's all the whole damn thing. Our whole fucking government since the third presidential election has been nothing but a fucking smoke and mirrors, dog and pony show.
That's true. I mean, the Democrats definitely count on the fact that their voters don't do their own research. They really do know that. And that's why they will get in front of a camera and just straight up lie. And I mean straight up lie, where you can easily look up stuff yourself and see, like the whole shutdown, the government shutdown, that they were like, oh, they're going hungry, starving, they're dying of hunger, all bullcrap. And you could easily look up and see what they were actually fighting for. And it wasn't their voters. They were for healthcare for illegal aliens, welfare for illegal aliens, all kinds of benefits for illegal aliens. And anyone could look that up, but they choose not to. And they'll sit there and argue with you like you don't know. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't know what you're talking about.
And then when I send them a link to what I'm talking about, oh, that's propaganda. Yeah, okay. Whatever.
Yeah, that's propaganda. That's just fake.
Keep dreaming whatever dream you're dreaming, because whatever. You can't. What is that saying that you guys like? You can bring a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
That's it.
We ain't got no
You can
horses
provide
in New York, well, except for the ones that work for, the cops. Or
right. You can provide as many documents as you can. Certified ones.
They don't.
They don't care.
Nope.
Nope,
And
not a
that's,
bit.
that's what they go on. And that's why they're very comfortable with going in front of a camera and outright lying. And that's what they do every damn day.
Oh yeah, you can get a Democrat on the stage or in front of a microphone, and from their very first lie they tell, before their speech is done, you can have debunked their first 3 lies before they're finished, and then present them the documents that debunk their first 3 lies, and they'll go, "Oh, that's bullshit."
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
No, I got it right straight from the National Archives, where the official forms and government documents are kept. They are official from either the Congress or the president. That's where all of the official government forms and files are kept. And that's where I got a copy of it from. It's got the National Archivist stamp right here on it and dated. It don't get no more official than that.
They don't care about that.
Oh no, you forged that. That's not real. That's fake. Really?
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Miss Natalie.
What up?
Hey, Natalie.
Hi.
You got it. I was going to introduce
Were you
her.
going to say something?
Yes.
I thought I heard Caskins starting to say something.
Yes, we are in a fight for good versus evil. I was talking to the people from the church. They are angry at what California is doing in New York, the wokeness in this country. Natalie, I feel really, really sorry for you that you have to live in Newsom. They need Daniel Mercury as their governor, and New York needs a Republican. They need a conservative MAGA governor. Everybody in this country, they need to wake up and see the wokeness that is going on. Charlie Kirk, Vadi Bakum, and others pointed out the wokeness that is going on in this country, and everyone needs to see it right before their very eyes.
True. The bad part, Cass, is, well, no, Natalie, did you want to address that? He was actually speaking to you, sir. All right, ma'am.
Well, I'll just say, Cass, thank you. But don't feel sorry for me. You know, it gives me something to bitch about every day. And gotta have something to bitch about.
Nice.
But I do appreciate that. Yeah, Mussolini is a piece of crap, and luckily he's terming out. But what we're getting next may not be any better. And Daniel Mercury is the perfect candidate. But we have a corrupt GOP that's paid to lose, and they're not propping up his name. I don't even know if he wants him to. I think he wants to get it done on his own. But nonetheless, I'll land.
Well, Natalie, it's the same thing here in New York, so don't feel bad. We're just as corrupt as yours.
I know.
All right, I hear a TV.
Oh, that's
Not
me. That's me. I'll turn it down.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Is that better?
Yeah, thank you, darling. I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll sit here and go over a few more points, and we'll probably wrap her up here in, I don't know, next 15 minutes or so. But I do quite welcome everyone that is currently here to hold tight backstage, so we can continue the discussions. If y'all don't mind, if you'd like to, I'd appreciate. But I see the producer man has us another video up, unless there are some discussions yet to continue, which is fine by me too. I take that as a no. The silence said no. So what you got for us back there, producer man?
So I'm going to give a little example. So ideally you just, because there's different ways.
Let me fix this first before we'll bring it back, then hit play.
So I'm going to give a little example. So ideally you just, because there's different ways, by the way. You can fit it how you want to, but you can make one side short, one side long, right? And then you put it over and over around your base. And some ladies get creative. You can put a pin. I freestyle everything I do, as you can see. And then I just tuck it in right here. And you wrap it around to your quarters. Make sure your bosom is covered. There's different ways, but this is the most simple way that you can wear it. You're welcome.
These son of bitches treating it like it's a fashion show.
Gator, may I?
Please.
I'm
Please.
sorry, but as a woman, as a female, they're taking us back 1,000 years as women. Okay, I'm just going to call it the way I fucking see it. That's the way I see it. And I don't know where they were doing that, where they were teaching that, but I am grateful that I do not have school-age children, because if that shit was going on in my kids' school, I guarantee you that would be the day I need bail money.
Right.
I don't get it. We're putting American women, we're putting them back 1,000 years.
Yeah.
No. I don't give a shit if that's your religion and that's what you want to do and that's the way you want to live your life. That's your goddamn choice. I don't give a crap, but don't be doing that. We're going to put everybody in a hijab. No, I don't fucking think so.
Believe it or not, Silver Bell, that was in New York.
I know it was in New York. I don't
Yeah,
need
police
to tell me.
department.
I know.
Yeah.
No,
I just thought
she was saying she didn't know. I think she meant she didn't know exactly where at in New York.
Right. Like if it was in a school setting or, that's what I meant. I knew it was in New York, but I didn't know who she was speaking in front of. And you know what? I'm going to say it the way I see it too. If you are a New York City police officer and you have that shit on, you don't belong being a New York City police officer. That's it. That's the way
And
I
here's
feel.
the bad.
I'm sorry?
Here's the bad part. That was NYPD teaching how to do it.
I know.
That was pathetic.
Gator, when I saw that video, I think I cursed more than I've cursed my whole entire life.
I know. I'm so
That
sorry.
video was, what was it, 3 minutes? Well, I did some serious cursing in those 3 minutes.
Oh, I bet.
So you could put money on it.
Yeah, I agree with Miss Nora, my Texas lady she's like, why is Trump not dealing with this shit?
I agree.
That's a damn fine question.
And that's all the Republicans too. They're all just ignoring everything. We're being taken over by Islam and everybody's just brushing everything under that rug. Nothing to see here.
Yep. Just like, it's like, no, don't worry about it. And, but I'll tell you what, like she says, look at Texas. They should not be allowed to wear that scarf on your head. Mm-hmm. Exactly. We said it before. Yeah, we said it before. I mean, okay, if that's part of your religion, okay, we do offer in the First Amendment freedom of religion. That is part of the First Amendment. If that's part of your religion, then so be it. You wear it. Don't make our women wear it. If they don't want to wear that motherfucker, don't make them wear it. Don't shove it down our throats. It's part of your religion. We as Americans, We have a First Amendment. We respect our Constitution and all the amendments that go with it. We will respect that. But we would prefer to respect it as you're on an airplane flying the fuck out of here.
Facts. Well, they do.
Now-
They're trying to normalize it, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Oh yeah, they're trying to normalize it because that's what they do. Their cult. I will not call it a fucking religion because it's a fucking cult. Their cult allows them. It's in their fucking cult rules. Allows them to lie to get along, as long as it furthers their cultism. So that's all they're doing is they're just lying to further their shit, to normalize. They're not assimilating. They're lying. They're pretending to assimilate by going, here, check this out. Here, look what, here, you want to try my hat on? Yeah. And eventually they'll get everybody wearing a black Stetson. Same concept. But now, I tell you what, you experienced it with me. You let me put Raghead in the fucking title of my podcast, and that motherfucker was slammed.
Yeah.
0 were allowed to view it before as soon as I hit go live, boom, it was stopped. Nobody was allowed to view it. Period.
I remember. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was in California that they are allowed to, when you go and get your driver's license and you need to take a photograph for your driver's license, they are allowed in California to be all covered up and just their eyes showing for their driver's license, which I think that is a bunch of fucking bullshit. I'm sorry.
It is.
I don't know who the hell that is.
I can't even wear my hat for any sort of an ID picture. Hell, when they do that facial recognition shit, when you're opening an account with your phone and shit, and they got that little oval in the center and it says, move closer, move further away, move closer, move further away. That shit that aggravates the fuck out of you. Yeah. I try it with my hat, but I just tip my hat back a little bit so they can get my whole face. Because I've got a forehead. I got a 6 head. I really don't have a forehead. And it doesn't ever fucking work until I take my hat completely off. And then I get green everywhere. The circle lights up green and everything. And it goes scanning.
Gator, why are you using
Ma'am.
facial recognition at all?
Honey, they've got my face on everything. I'm not worried about that shit.
All right.
Honestly, I was in the Navy, remember? I've been scanned, poked, prodded, fingerprinted. They probably got one of my stool samples still stuck somewhere in some office somewhere.
Right, but it furthers the agenda.
Gator, it's going to be on microfiche. It's on
Yeah,
microfiche.
I've got shit literally on microfiche somewhere.
No,
I mean, really, there's nothing of mine that they haven't already gotten, honey.
Okay.
I swear to you.
That's not why I'm saying it.
I'm not furthering their agenda any at all because
Yes, you are.
they've already gotten everything they're going to get out of me.
No, you are. Let me explain, please. Facial recognition, all that stuff. That's part of that's part of an ultimate agenda. What's happening right now is people jumping on board and complying with this stuff voluntarily. This is part of the normalization process you were just talking about. You know how China, you got to scan your faces to get in and out of everywhere, and this is the beginning of that. That's why I'm saying just stay out of it entirely. It's not because they don't already know. I mean, shit, they could fucking see me through my window right now, probably. You know what I'm saying? They're
Are you naked?
my TV, they're looking at me through my computer, everything, my phone. So it's not about being worried about it. It's about don't comply with the normalization of this agenda, because that's what it is. They're normalizing it, and people are doing it voluntarily. We are volunteering to fucking communist our society. So anyway, just saying.
I understand. Huh?
We are volunteering to fuck ourselves over. That's what she's pretty much saying.
Yep.
Absolutely. And she's right. She's right. And I'm just an old cynical bastard. And but she is right. I mean, she is. And, you know, I'm still going to be an old cynical bastard, but I will try to take some heed in what she's saying. I'm not going to try to argue with what she's saying, but I don't see my ugly mug being scanned is going to further the agenda for the younger group. But I do see the point she is making, and she does make a good, valid point. Now, I do see that, and I recognize that, and I will agree with it and further what she says on for everyone else to pay attention to what she just said, because she did make a very valid point. So y'all make sure you take heed to what she just said. Don't listen to my old cynical ass just because I was dead serious when I said I probably still have a stool sample in some old medical closet somewhere, because it probably is. Probably in Charleston, since they fucking closed that base down in '94. But I'm just guessing. But Nora, they're locked and loaded down in Taos. Oh, I'm glad, Miss Nora in Texas. That reminded me. Well, since I said it like Tejas, that reminded me of Mexico. I was watching this old boy's video. He's an American, but he's from Mexico. And he was going on in his video about all the shit going on in Mexico. I did not save that video for us to provide for us. But he was talking about they are going fucking nuts in Mexico about this here president they got. And as I was looking into this president that they have and all the shit she's stirring, and of course she's owned by the cartels. They put her into place, which is not unheard of for Mexico. But what is unheard of for Mexico is she's Jewish.
Is she?
Yes, she is. But to keep it even, she does not practice any religion. Because when I heard that, I was like, what the fuck? Her name is Scheinbaum.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Her grandparents were Jewish immigrants to Mexico. Her parents were non-practicing of any religion, and she took from them that same practice. So she's non-practicing, but that's what she says, but I can only take them at their word. So I will. But yeah, she is of Jewish descent. And of course, Scheinbaum should give it the fuck away. But yeah, she's pure D, fuck Jewish, both fraternal and maternal.
You know what's crazy?
I was very surprised when I heard that. I'm like, what? The president of Mexico? No way. So of course I had to look into that. And because, you know, that thing that picks up the words and picks up what they're saying and then puts the words at the bottom. This guy kept saying Scheinbaum, and that's what it would say at the bottom. Shine, SHINE, bomb, BOOM. I'm like, okay, no, something's up with that. So of course I had to go look, and it's actually spelled like Scheinbaum, like the Jewish name Scheinbaum. So I did some looking into her. Yeah, sure enough, she's Jewish.
You know what's crazy?
Non-denominational or non-practicing. But yes, ma'am.
You know what's crazy about the whole situation? I mean, it was obvious to anyone that has a brain that she was installed. I mean, what were there, like 10 people murdered before her? And it makes it even more obvious because Mexico is like, you know, predominantly Catholic, right? Nobody's going to vote for an LGBTQ person, and that's what she was. Not saying she was someone that transitioned or whatever, or was playing a game or lying to herself or whatever you want to. But I went and asked someone I work with who still has family in Mexico. They go and visit all the time. I'm like, what do you think of this? And she's kind of like the opposite of me when it comes to politics and stuff, which is why I asked her. I wanted to get her take. And she's like, oh, no, she was definitely voted in. The people voted her in. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me right now? You think they voted her in when the cartels have been controlling that country forever? And it's predominantly Catholic, and she's running around with a freaking rainbow flag, and you think that the people voted her in? That was a crazy conversation.
No,
And
they did not.
They are a very religious group.
Well, and she also said people should not have been talking about Prop 50 without talking about Texas. So that'll just tell you a little bit where she's at. But anyway,
oh jeez,
I digress.
Enough said.
Right? Okay. But no, I found that rather interesting, and of course it put me back in mind of the Zionist Jews, the government of Israel trying to conquer the world. But then I found out that she's non-practicing, or whatever the correct word. Please insert the correct words in there, because obviously I am not. But with her that way, I'm like, well, I guess that shoots a teeny tiny hole in my theory. It doesn't blow it up, but it does kind of put a little teeny tiny crack in it. Little teeny tiny one. But well, Miss Anna Chan, good to see you, ma'am. Sorry, I have to notice over here real quick. And then Miss Nora there. She says that we are allowing this to happen. She's got a fucking point. Qatar is funding this bullshit. Yeah, and she's right. Trump has to know this crap's going on with Muslims. You would think he would.
Well, the woman that was on here,
Texas. Ma'am?
the woman that was on here earlier, I'm sorry, I do not remember her name. She was on.
Shell.
What was it?
Shell. Chelle. Shell.
She was saying that he seems to be like sheltered from a lot of information, which is a little insane to me, but what do I know?
Yeah. I thought she wasn't, but we heard it straight from her own mouth, which is kind of sad. She is from right around here in our neck of the woods, mine and Bruno's.
I believe her. What she says about Trump being shielded, because and that may be the difference in the switch as to what he's doing. Because when she came up and said that his chief of staff is actually keeping everybody away from him, mostly they have to go through her first. That kind of opens up. Maybe that's why some of this crazy shit's going on.
I remember during his campaign, because Susie Wiles also ran his campaign or was a big part of it. Alex Jones came on or did a show or did something saying, you can't get to Trump. You have to get through Susie Wiles. And Susie Wiles wanted a lot of people like Alex Jones to get to Trump. So I don't know nothing about her, but I'm actually kind of shocked, Gator, you didn't know that was the chief of staff. But yeah, apparently
that's because she stays hidden.
Yeah,
she does stay hidden.
I was going to say that too. You don't hear much about her.
She's in the background.
Which is a bad place for her to be.
And it's good.
I'm sorry, Natalie. What were you saying?
You're fine. Yeah, we should really look into her background and everything.
Yes. Let's see. We're coming close to the 2 hour and 45 minute mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go with, you want to say, we'll go with this last video right here. Oh, yeah. This is going to get you. This has nothing to do with Israel, but it does have to do with another money, gold digging fucking country. And you're going to really love this part. Go ahead there, Mr. Producer Man. I'll control the play and stop shit. Come on back here. There you go.
Scale has just closed in the heart of the American West. Devegra Ltd., a Cyprus-based company owned by Volodymyr Zelensky, has purchased the Pathfinder Ranches in Wyoming, a property so vast. It's bigger than the entire state of Rhode Island and over 4 times the size of New York City, at more than 916,000 acres. Pathfinder Ranches stretches across 4 Wyoming counties: Natrona, Carbon, Sweetwater, and Fremont. To put that in perspective, the fictional Dutton family's ranch in the hit TV series Yellowstone is said to span about 700,000 acres.
So Zelensky gets billions of dollars from us, taxpayer money, and then becomes the 10th largest landowner in the United States through his offshore company, Devegra. Anybody see how fucked that really is?
You know,
I wish it was a little longer, but
yeah.
You know what's crazy
So-
about the timing of me watching that right now is, you know, my TV's down, so I can't hear what they were saying, but I looked up and there was a commercial on, and it was like blue and yellow, and I automatically think Ukraine every time now. And the end just it popped up on the screen, invest in Ukraine. I don't know what that was all about, but that was a funny timing situation there.
That was the good Lord telling you that it's still screwed.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? Now, given,
Mhm.
I mean, honestly, where would he get that kind of money except for the money that was given by this great country of ours? Why could we not take all that back from him? I mean, he bought property in the United States, so why can't we just freaking take it back?
I know, exactly. Why can't we just foreclose on it?
There you go. Whatever it takes. That's it. It's not here.
But-
It's not his. Goodbye. Too bad. So sad. Here's a box of tissues, and don't let the door hit you on the ass.
Why
Yeah.
are we allowing a foreigner to come in and buy up so much land? I mean, what the hell is that about?
Right. And what's even more of a just a giant dick slap in the face is he just did it with our money. He did it with our money. He bought our dirt with our money. And
it
he's
should
from
be
fucking
taken
Ukraine.
away. Should
I
be
know,
taken away.
exactly. And people are still wondering why. I question our government from the tippy top all the way down. Mister, I pat myself on the back at every fucking press conference. Can stop that shit. All the agencies in the executive branch which control that kind of shit. The Department of the Interior. What do they control? Oh, fuck, they control the Land Bureau. He can stop that shit. He can stop that sale from going through. All these foreign sales, they can stop from happening. But does he? No. Them are his buddies.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you are sued and you owe people X amount of dollars because you fraudulently did something, can't they go after your assets?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Wouldn't this be the same kind of freaking concept, or am I insane?
No, you're right.
I mean, where would he get all that money from?
He fraudulently skimmed it off the top of the military aid and all of the humanitarian aid that's been sent to him, not only by us, but primarily by us, but from everywhere else.
And that's my whole point. So why couldn't we just get it back?
Because we have pussies in Congress and the White House and some in the judicial that won't do it.
Well, yeah, that I could see that point, but
I wonder what
because we have warmongers in the Congress that are making money for the industrial for the fucking war machine. The industrial, what is it called, Bruno? Was it the industrial war complex or some shit like that? I know it's got some fancy fucking name.
It's an industrial military complex.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Yeah, I knew one of you two would have it.
Yeah.
That's why. Because you got to keep feeding that motherfucker.
Well, I just wonder what his intentions are with all this land. What is the intent? Why? What is the intention here? What do you plan to do with it? What's going on? Who are you teamed up with? Bill Gates? I mean, you remember? I'm not a Q person myself, and I don't know if it came from Q directly or if it was just some other theory. I don't know. But China, the virus coming from China, was actually supposed to be spelled with a Y and coming from Ukraine. I have never looked into it, but and then all that fucking money gets thrown into there and laundered over there, and I don't know. There's a lot to unpack on this one, I think.
Well, they are a very corrupt country.
Yes, they are.
They've always been that.
Yeah, exactly. They're known for being a very corrupt country.
That's why we did a regime change.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still a corrupt country. So we just regime changed so that the corruption would be more helpful to the U.S. government.
Right. Well, it depends on which president's calling them as to whether or not they're corrupt. You got to put that in perspective. Because if Trump's calling them during his first term, they are corrupt as shit. But when Biden was calling them while he was there and still somewhat coherent, if that was really him, they're fucking the guiding light of democracy in that part of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then once he failed completely miserably in everything, and everything was blamed on him and all, and then Trump won in a landslide and came in, then now Trump having him in the damn White House, it's all right. What you got, man? Why am I staring at your hand while I'm trying to talk? You're muted.
Stop the presses. I got some information. You asked about Susie Wiles? Let me tell you.
Yeah, but I was in the middle of bitching about damn Zelensky. I just went through this shit. With Corey.
Oh, my bad. Can I wait till after you get done?
Go ahead now. You done derailed my fucking train of thought now, Corey.
Oh, I'm so sorry. But you'll like this one, I think. I got some background on her. And I had a sneaky suspicion the reason why Trump is the way he is now. She was also the campaign manager for Benjamin Netanyahu in 2020 campaign, reflecting the close connection between Trump's political team and Israeli leadership. Does that surprise you?
Well, that'll do it.
I figured you were going to find a connection to that, honestly.
it's the way I asked the question too. And boy, here, campaign work in Israel, whilst now Trump's White House chief of staff was involved, of course, like I said, Netanyahu's 2020 campaign. This was part of the broader pattern where Trump's aides lent expertise to Israeli politics. So basically, they're tied together.
Oh,
and
great.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say this: we are actually owned by Israel. Boy, I can't believe I left Gator speechless. Sorry, Gator.
No, well, yeah, but I want you to find that one because I wanted to do some research on it before we played it. I just uploaded it real quick. But please find that video that I uploaded just at the very short time before we went live. It says US-Israel I think it says something like Def Pact.
Let me see what I can find.
It's probably in the Dropbox. But while you're looking for it, I'm going to tell them real quickly a little intro to what this is. Now, y'all have heard me talk about why we have been incessantly sending money every month or annually, however you wish to look at it, to Israel. And it's because of this memorandum of understanding.
Oh, you put it in the case.
And it was one that Trump inherited. So this, well, that was nice. It was, it's this memorandum of understanding, which we've had one in place with Israel since they were stood up as a nation state in 1948. And it's been a 10-year MOU that's been re-signed every 10 years. So it's been a 10-year deal. It's just a memo. It's just like it says, it's just an understanding, an agreement. It's not a treaty or anything like that. It's just basically it's just a memo. And it's gone through every president who has fallen on to renegotiate if that president is in office at that 10-year mark or at the renegotiation mark. For example, Obama signed the last one in 2026. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me, in 2016. But he didn't set it to go into effect until 2019. How the hell he got away with that, I don't know. But he was the fucking crookedest motherfucker we ever had. But he did it. Which meant that in 2019, the bitch went into effect. And it was for $38 billion over 10 years. Which, if you break that down, that is $33.8 billion a year, broken down into 3.8 billion annually, broken down into 3.8 million a month. So that's why we are continuously sending these people money every month or annually or whatsoever, because Trump doesn't have a choice but to send that amount, because that was signed prior to him taking office the first time. So he's under that. He had no choice. So y'all can get off his ass for sending that amount. Now, all the other shit he keeps sending, that's on him. Actually, that's not on him. That's on Congress. They control the purse strings. So y'all can get off his ass about that one too. See, I can bash him and defend him all at the same time. So that's the Congress doing that shit. But the steady amount, he had nothing to do with it. Now, the renegotiation for that is coming up next year, 2026. Although it doesn't expire till 2028, every 10 years. So 18 is when it officially kicked off to go into effect 2019, January 1st. That's where the 19 came from. So in 2028 is when it's supposed to start to go into effect 29, January 1. So they're in negotiation. We just didn't know it. Now, it's not supposed to be negotiating it until 2026 through 2027 for it to go into effect or be signed and all that shit, 28 to start January 1, 2029. So, did you find that video yet?
Not yet. Still looking.
It is. I know I sent it.
Cujo, would you stop it?
But anyway, as soon as I find this,
it went somewhere else.
it may be, I don't know. But what I found out in my searching around is that apparently they have already came to an agreement. And it's not a good one. I just got to find it because I want to play it for you. Because in short, it is a 20-year, I think it's a 20-year agreement that pretty much doubles everything and adds a little more on top. And pretty much screws us all up.
I've got two here. I got two here, Data. I got two here. One that says Israel influencers and money to Israel.
No.
Okay.
Well, I have a question. Are we or are we not in debt as a country?
Yes, we are.
So then why are we giving billions of dollars away? We're borrowing money to give to other people. Is that what we're freaking doing?
Correct.
Yes. Stop looking, Bruno. It didn't upload.
There's a good reason why I didn't find it.
Yes, sir.
Imagine running your household like that.
I wish I tried to download the budget for the United States, and it crashes your computer. You have to have a supercomputer to even freaking download the damn thing. It's crazy. Because I wanted to go through it row by row and send it to my congressman and be like, slash all of this shit now. Here's what you need to be focusing on. But I can't even barely download one department. It's crazy.
Wow.
I know. I need Elon to build me a supercomputer so that I can download it and go through it.
But I mean, no one Not one of us could get away with doing shit like that. Am I correct? I couldn't go out and just spend, and not have the income coming in to afford to pay that, correct?
Correct.
So then why are we doing that as a country? We're selling out our children, our grandchildren, our great grandchildren, and we could just keep going down the freaking line at this point.
Right.
That's insane.
That's why I was like, dude, Trump, do not send me $2,000, okay? $2,000 to millions of people is money that can pay down the freaking debt. At the same time, Congress just keeps spending like maniacs. And I will say, this has always been my biggest criticism of Trump is he doesn't help with that. He spends too. And even in his first term,
Yes.
fuck, I wish he was more fiscally conservative. And so they just they can't stop themselves. I don't understand it. We need fiscally conservative. We need people in there that like still use fucking check registers and have a budget and are freaks about it. That's what we need. We need complete and total mathematician freaks in Congress.
I agree.
Not lawyers, CPAs, damn it.
Well, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that we did not have that clip about this new chain that we wrapped around our throats to help us get further owned and in debt to Israel. I will make sure that I have that located. I have it somewhere. That's on me to find it again. But I'll make sure that I have it hopefully by tomorrow night for tomorrow night's show. And we will continue a show on after we're going to have the show early tomorrow to live stream Anthony Hudson, our gubernatorial candidate for Michigan. He's going to be going down to Dearborn, Michigan, where all the, yes, I'm about to say it, where all them fucking ragheads are. And he's going to do a little walk about town and just see what's going on, as a good leader should do. Now, I was in a space yesterday with one of his, when I say his, one of Anthony's people, and I'm going to call it as a misspoke because I know Anthony. I know Anthony personally. And the gentleman, I'm not going to say his name and embarrass him, but the gentleman that was in the space, when I say space, it was an X space, when he was, advertising the event, which he should do for Anthony, he misspoke and called it a peaceful protest. That's not what this is. It's not a protest in any manner, peaceful or otherwise. Anthony is not a protester. Anthony is a very great candidate and soon to be next governor of Michigan. He is simply going down there to assess the situation that Dearborn is in. Now, yes, he has taken with him a security detail, as anyone of our particular shade of skin would do, going down into that den of fucking vipers. Can't blame him for that.
Oh.
But he's not going down there to start shit. But he is going down there to protect himself for shit getting started. So I just wanted to clear that up for my friend and endorsed candidate, Mr. Anthony Hudson, for governor in the state of Michigan. So we hope to have, we're ready on our end. So we hope to be in touch with Anthony and his crew tomorrow to get the live stream set up. And we will be live streaming his walk through downtown Dearborn, Michigan. Tomorrow, his walk starts at 4 p.m. Eastern time. They are in the same time zone that we are here in the great state of God's country, Florida. And we will be live streaming his walk. And I hope you guys are able to come back and catch us with that. We'll be advertising it early with a flyer to let everybody know that we're going to be doing that. And I believe that's what tomorrow's show is going to be about, at least the first part of it. We will pick up from there, hopefully with some of our other candidates, if they would like to come on and continue on with a town hall with them. If they don't, can't say they weren't offered to come on here and do some town halling with us, but that's quite all right because election season is in full swing and they are out on the road doing their thing and with their own constituents in their area. So I do completely understand and respect that. As you know, if they're not from Florida or right here in my district, then, you know, we endorse them as Patriots United and we'll do everything we can for them, like offering them a platform to say what they need to say, but there's no guarantee from this platform that they will be hitting their constituents. They are guaranteed to hit their constituents if they are out on the road, going from town to town in their district and talking to the people themselves. So I respect the fact that they're out there doing that, and I hold them no ill anything for not coming on the show if they're out on the road, pressing the flesh, shall we say. I think that's what they used to call it back in the old days when they were out there shaking hands and kissing babies, or kissing babies and shaking hands, or shaking babies and kissing hands, or some shit like that. I don't know. That was a long time ago. Even before Bruno was born, and that was a long fucking time ago. But we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. And I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Hope you learned something. Hope you learned that stupidity is real. It is out there amongst you. Keep an eye out for it because it won't hurt them. They're immune to pain for some fucking reason. It's a sick joke, I think, that God played on us critical thinkers. But their stupidity will hurt you. So keep an eye out for stupid people. They're everywhere. And I will swing it down to Mr. Bruno, and we'll work our way around to my favorite angel, Miss Silverbell, to close us on out. So, Bruno, what you got, sir?
Well, just, like to say that I learned something today. It was like a stop the press moment, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I didn't even mind you interrupting me for that one.
Yeah, I didn't even, like I said, I had suspicions, but damn, that suspicion got proven. Ah, man. But we'll probably talk about that some more on one of our other shows, you know?
Yeah, I believe that'll come up tomorrow.
Yeah, that would be a good one. Stay tuned. It's about to get rough.
Yeah, that one was a real, are you fucking kidding me moment.
Yes, yeah.
For sure.
But I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to Natalie. And then I guess we'll do Silverbell after that and back to the Fearless Leader.
Yeah, we can do that. What you got, Miss Nat?
Good night, everybody. Thank you for coming in and joining us tonight. And I hope everybody has a beautiful day tomorrow and a beautiful rest of your night.
Thank you, ma'am. Miss Brooklyn Angel, what did you have for us?
I'm sorry that I was like off my game tonight, but I did try. I really was. I was so frazzled. But anyway, I'm always glad to be here. You know that. I always enjoy being here. And thanks for having me here.
Oh, I love you here. You're right where everything finally fell into place. And thank you for being here through thick and thin, even through cold. You're a trooper, and I love you for it. And thank you for always being there. I do appreciate it.
We want to thank God for bringing her to us.
Yes, Yes, and things are actually, thanks to him, things are actually coming together for us all. And I've seen Bruno working on a little side project. I called him, and I like it. I think it's for them two ladies right there, actually. What was it? What did I see it called? I'm gonna sneak it out there real quick on the sly. Was it Two Bitches Bitching or something like that? Did I spoil your surprise?
I remember talking about doing that. Yes.
Yeah. So I was setting up a a podcast room for you. It's the title.
Yeah, I spoiled it, sir. He ain't done. It might not even come about. I don't know. I spoiled it for him. Did I fuck you up, sir?
I like that. Two bitches bitching.
Yeah.
That's pretty bitching.
Hey,
I like
this is
it.
all him. As I've always said, and since it has come back to me for the last closing words, I will always do like I have, and I will bless those that are around me because they have blessed me for having the opportunity to do this, and that is these three people right here. Miss Natalie, she keeps me pissed off. No, she keeps me on my toes. That's for damn sure. But Miss Silverbell, she keeps me in line, and I think we have started to mesh very well. Since the first time we went at this, we're getting better and better at it, darling. And I think we are making ourselves one hell of a team to be fucked with. And I thank you for always being there and helping us out with this. I honestly, I can't see this show with anyone else but you. I think between the two of us, we make this thing. And if it wasn't for old Bruno down there, this whole damn thing wouldn't even function, because Bruno does some amazing shit. He figures out some amazing shit.
Yeah. You do know, in order to get rid of me, you'd have to kill me.
I got guns, but I don't want to kill you, because if you died, this whole damn thing, organization and all, would just go to shit. Because then they're forced to rely on my tech savvy, and it's not as savvy as yours. I got some savvy, but it's nowhere near your level.
Because I don't plan
But
on
I do
leaving
thank you, sir.
anytime soon.
And I appreciate that, sir. I appreciate you being here as long as you have, which is pretty much from the very beginning.
Yeah.
You've always been there, and I thank you for continuing to be there and doing everything that you do, from this podcast, well, from all the podcasts, the website, and any other little special shit that comes out of this fucked up brain. You seem to somehow either make it work or come up with some extremely good damn reason why it can't work. And that is few and far between, actually. So thank each and every one of you for that. I appreciate it. So with that, I think we will be running strong for a lot longer, many more years longer, I hope. And I said all that so all of you out there that are watching and listening can know that this is not just me that does this. I'm just the I'm the prettiest one on here, and it's hard to do, but I managed to pull it off, and you know, I do it for them because they can't, so I do it for them, and so I do my part, and I talk a lot of shit. They can't, so I do my part in that too. So it's a team effort. So I pull my part off, and they pull their part off, and we're going to continue working this thing as a team, and hopefully bring y'all a lot of information, a lot more laughs, and definitely a whole lot more bullshit that we call people out on. And with that, I will tell y'all good night, God bless, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Good night, world.
Peace out.
See ya.
A man who stays silent after being disrespected is the one you should truly fear. Silence isn't weakness, it's control, it's patience, it's power. While others react in anger, he observes, he calculates, He waits, because he knows that reckless words serve no purpose. But silence allows him to move with precision. He doesn't need to prove anything. His actions will do that when the time is right. People mistake quiet for surrender, but in reality, it's the ultimate display of strength. Respect isn't demanded, it's earned. And those who underestimate a silent man often live to regret it. The strongest person in the room isn't the loudest. It's the one who doesn't react out of impulse, but responds with purpose. So if you ever cross paths with someone who chooses silence over outbursts, be careful, because when they move with intent.